When I thought about starting a podcast, I thought about where would I host it, who would listen to it, and what was the easiest way to get started doing that. And I found out that Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Anchor gives you everything you need in one place for free, which you can use right from your phone or computer. Creation tools allow you to record and edit your podcast so it sounds great. They'll distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. You can easily make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Welcome to Mouthfuls of Madness.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Episode 11.
Mm-hmm. One
so
more.
good. Like, second double digit.
Yes.
Means something. Mashed Potato Mountain 11. That's a good Tool song. 4062.
4062.
So, this week, we delve into some body horror.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like my favorite of all the horrors. For those of you who don't know what body horror is, it's like all the flaying and ripping apart or like changing of a person's body in like a horror movie in like terrible ways.
Yeah.
So not just like your typical slasher, but think like Hellraiser, The Thing, even like werewolf movies, that kind of shit where somebody's like morphing and transforming and
like,
their body is being forever changed through pain.
Like The Fly?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's one of my favorites. Yeah, Cronenberg is like the fucking king of like body horror, for sure.
Yeah, he
like,
came up a lot when I was looking up like body horror movies and stuff like that.
Videodrome, and fucking The Brood.
Yeah.
And fucking one of my all-time favorites. Fucking, he didn't direct it, but it's a Clive Barker movie. He directed it and wrote the short story it's based on, but Nightbreed. And Cronenberg's in it as this like fucking serial killer. It's fucking super good. He's so good. He's so fucking creepy and like deadpan. It's fucking great. But all-time favorite for me body horror is Hellraiser.
Hellraiser?
Like, the first one is so good. The book is so good. And even, like, the shitty fucking, like, Hellraiser 19. Like, I'll still fucking watch it just because, like, the Cenobites and fucking Pinhead, which, by the way, he doesn't like to be called Pinhead, which,
is that not PC?
Well, no, Clive Barker actually just wrote it's called The Sacred fucking... Fuck, I forget the name of the book, but it's like the next chapter of Hellraiser, and it came out like last year.
Oh.
And in it, they actually like address. I was like he doesn't like that. He's like a hell priest. That's his like true name. And Pinhead's like a derogatory like fucking Pinhead.
I see.
I think that's a good like Clive Barker like, hey, his name's not Pinhead.
Yeah. Think about his feelings.
Fuck you, yeah, fucking assholes. You've got feelings. They're just buried way deep down.
Way deep down. They manifest in pain and torment.
Yeah. Oh, such delights we have to show you. You opened the box and we came. Like, it really feeds into the, like, sadomasochistic, like, part of my brain. Because it's, especially those, like, body horror type shit, because it's like pushing the limits of the body.
Yeah.
And specifically Hellraiser as, like, these are, like, the deviants, and being a deviant myself, it's like there was always that, like, what's next thing, where it's like, oh, this is great, and then it's like, it's not great enough anymore.
Yeah.
What's next? And that's like the culmination of like the main, like the character Frank in Hellraiser. His first thing, it's like he's been searching for something, And he finally finds this fucking box, and he does the puzzle, and the fucking hooks go into his flesh and fucking peel him and rip him apart, and he's in hell and being tormented, and the whole rest of the movie is him coming back, fucking one dead person at a time, usurping their fucking bodily fluids and rebuilding his body.
Taste?
Fucking beautiful. I'm getting choked up. But as like a young, fucking pliable-minded child, it was like, this is what I want. I want Pinhead to rip me to pieces and torment me. Especially that Cenobite chick with the fucking...
the
piercings through her face.
It's kind of hot.
Yeah.
To be honest.
She's pretty attractive. Yeah. Ooh, my pants just got tight. I don't know what happened. Oh, boy. But yeah, so body horror is definitely my favorite genre of horror. Like The Thing. Which you now know.
Yeah. Downloaded and watched. Both of them.
What'd you think?
I thought it was a trip. Because for some reason, I don't know why, but The Thing, I guess I always got confused with it and The Blob.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah.
I always thought they were the same thing, but then after watching the fucking movie, I was like, oh.
This is not
The Blob.
This is so much better than The Blob. I mean, The Blob's good. But,
yeah.
And I'm talking 1980s remake Blob with fucking Matt Dillon's brother.
Not the black and white. Run!
Yeah,
run while you walk.
I mean, that was
run,
cool.
don't walk.
Yeah.
From The Blob.
The Blob! But,
even just the puppets or whatever that they used for the fucking...
Yeah, all practical shit.
Yeah.
Dude,
that shit was dope.
Greg Nicotero! Shout out to K&B Effects! Which, that would be cool if he listened, but I doubt it. He's probably way too busy. But yeah, that shit was like, I loved all those old movies because it was like they did all that practical effects and it was just so
makes it so much more,
and like fucking
absolutely.
just like rib cages fucking popping and shit fucking doing all the shit in reverse, you know, like so it was like all the fucking sound effects and all that Foley artist work and oh man, it's so good.
A lot of talent in making those.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Because they looked fucking gruesome. But I liked it.
Shout out to all the makeup artists out there.
Yeah,
actually,
man.
no one. I'm talking about you, Shannon. Fucking W files. Getting your makeup on. We'll see that portfolio, yo.
Yeah, you'd said she's doing like special effects makeup and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that's like her thing.
Cool.
Like one of her many things.
Yeah. Oh, she must have dope ass Halloween costumes then.
Yeah. Come to Hawaii and make us look cool.
Yeah. Oh, man.
But, like, it's always fascinated me, like, pain. And I think it's because of, like, my emotional lacking is that, like, for a while it was, like, I can't feel this emotionally. I can feel it physically.
Yeah.
And it's like you could control it. And then, like, so seeing, like, shit, like, especially, like I said, like, the Hellraiser stuff is, like, about that of, like, pushing the limits of pain and how it blends with pleasure and how it's, like, the ultimate thing is, like, the flesh is, you know, so pliable and controllable. But at the same time, it's, like, you're using that to strengthen your mind because like your mind is in control of that and like pushing the limits is like the body is just meat controlled by your brain and like
electrical impulses and stuff like that.
That's so good. Like just pushing like it's I always liked like exploring new pain. You know, like how is this gonna hurt?
Yeah.
You know, and like how am I going to deal with it?
Yeah.
And like, what is the reaction that's going to come from it? and it's usually like, oh shit, that's pain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like I have a weird relationship. I have a weird relationship with pain. It's not like like pain. I deal with pain on like a daily basis with like my feet and just shit like that, and it just like it makes me angry, like that kind of pain.
Well, because that's I guess, the pain that you like or that you have a thing with, that's more pain that you can control, right? Or the one with your feet and shit, that's not in your control. Yeah. Really.
I mean, it's like I control it with the fact of like, I just deal with it. Yeah. And it's like, I don't know anything about this pain. Yeah. But it's still like, when it flares up and it's harsh, it's like, yeah, I can still go on about my day, but it's just like, I fucking need you to like stop hurting. Like, I think it's that brain trigger of like, I can't, like, I can control it to the point where it's like, yeah, I deal with it. It doesn't, like, it doesn't bother me. I'm not like, I can't work today. My feet hurt. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, just fucking go away. You know?
So it's cool and all, but
yeah, like I dig it, but like I'm over it. Like, yeah, it's the same pain.
Like, come back later.
Yeah, let me the best be. So, what was your favorite part of the thing?
Oh, shoot. My favorite part of the thing was, I guess, when... Sorry, I was really fucking... Honestly, I was really fucking high and really fucking tired when I was watching it. And actually, right after, like, when the credits started rolling, I just...
Status quo.
Passed out. But the part where, I guess the thing fucking finally just, like, comes out.
Of the big dude?
Yeah! Yeah! That shit was dope.
Fuck yes. And his head's fucking dangling and tearing away. That's actually got that fucking tattooed on my leg.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That fucking spider head.
That's
actually
dope.
It's like the original... It's a sketch that Greg Nicotero did for the movie.
Yeah, like concept art.
Concept art. So it's that. So it's not like that actor's face. It's just like a random face with the fucking spider legs coming out. I got that on my calf. But, because it's like my favorite. I love that fucking movie. It's so good. Just like,
fucking love that
shit. And it's just like trying to escape the fucking, like, just a little piece of it has to get away. Yep. Like, it doesn't have to, the whole thing doesn't have to get away. It's just gotta get a little piece of it. I love the fucking tension of that movie, too. Like, when they're doing the blood test. Yep. That shit was just like, and he's like, fucking, like, oh shit, fucking untie me, bro. they're all fucking tied together. The dude's fucking, like, fucking flipping out. Oh, fuck, that shit's so good. But, like, I just love watching, like, those new ways of, like, body destruction. You know, like, it's just so interesting, you know, like, I figured you'd fucking dig all that shit, body horror stuff, because you're like, you're flaying fantasy. Yeah. So, like, seeing all that shit.
I like that shit, but honestly, I've never really, like, delved into, like, I guess the cinematic aspect of it and stuff like that. Like, I watched Hellraiser and The Fly and stuff like that, but I don't know, for some reason I never looked beyond or looked into it more. Mm-hmm. I was more obsessed with, I guess, the people who alter themselves. Yeah. Which it's not really like body horror, but it is like...
Like in the movies, like The Fly or like Altered States and shit like that, like the becoming something. Yeah. That's still in the genre of body horror. Oh yeah? Because it's, the body horror is
just a transformation of the body into something else.
It's like, it's not just straight up hack and slash, like a machete cutting a dude's head off. It's like the evisceration or like the, like somebody, you know, fucking like
ribcage
kind of Frankenstein could be like a body horror shit, you know, because it's like creating a new fucking person out of body parts. It's like those in-depth, like changing of the body itself, and that's why I said, like, even like those movies where, you know, it's exploring somebody changing into something else, like The Fly or Altered States, where he starts. That one you should check out if you haven't seen it. Cause
Altered States?
He starts taking, like, fucking shit and doing it in a float tank.
Oh, okay.
And every time he comes out of the float tank, he's a little bit different.
Oh.
Until the end, he's like this fucking, like, changed fucking being, like, all through, like, the mind and the shit he's doing in the fucking, the tank and stuff. It's pretty crazy. Or, like, Ginger Snaps, that's a good one, because it's, like, a cool fucking spin on the werewolf, like, genre.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's her, like, it ties the werewolf transformation into, like, her getting her period. So it's like her becoming a woman, but also like becoming a werewolf. Yeah. You know, like I've always been fascinated. Like I loved like the changing effect of like becoming something. Like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, like letting that animal part of you free. Yeah. And changing your like physiology into this like just your rage funneled into like and then you go back to normal.
Oh, okay. So it's like a physical transformation. Because I was thinking, like, would Carrie be considered body horror?
Carrie, I don't think so. Because it's more of like she's using her like powers.
I guess
it's like literally like the body physiology, like
changing,
ripping of the skin, and like creating a new body, like putting the pieces back together, or like becoming like something going else. From human to fly, and like the change, like all that, like your body actually like cracking and fucking new shit forming, like all that gross shit that can fucking happen to your body. Yeah, I think it plays with the whole thing of like there are worse things than death. You know, like it's like dying is easy, but like getting your skin fucking torn from your body piece by hooks, or like transforming into another creature by force. Yeah. Like skin ripping and fucking
out of your control.
Yeah. Or in your control. Fuck it. But there is some cool like when I was like looking at body horror stuff, there's like some shit that like cool stuff that I just turned on a flashlight.
It's all good.
It's fucking bright as fuck. But because the fucking candle went out. But fuck it. So some cool life like body horror I found is so like lupus. That's like a tame thing. Like that's fucking. That's
sucks. When like your own fucking body starts attacking itself.
It starts attacking like healthy organs and tissue and fucking killing. Which that's fucking horrible. Yeah. But it's like the tamest of these things, and then like
that's the tamest of them.
Well, you have so then there's teratomas, which is super fucking creepy. Which have you ever seen The Dark Half or read that book, the fucking Stephen King? No. So that book is the movie's really good, and it's when this dude's a kid and he's like writing stories, and he becomes an author and all this stuff. But when he's a kid, he's having these like terrible fucking migraines and hearing sparrows. Like he hears it and he's like fucking. And when he does this, he kind of like he loses consciousness, and when he comes back, he's like written shit in like a different handwriting style, and like it's all scratched, and like the sparrows are coming, like all this shit. And and then as he's a kid, he fucking like it's like hardcore. He passes out. He's like bleeding from the nose and shit. And they take him to the hospital, and he's got a fucking brain tumor. And when they open that tumor up, which is the teratomas, is there's like a fucking eyeball and 3 teeth, like all this shit. It was a fucking twin. Yeah. And so they have like a fucking funeral for they buried it or whatever, medical waste and shit. And when he grows up, he's a famous author now, and then he uses George Stark is what he calls the fucking thing, and he's like gonna kill him off in the book. Yeah. And the fucking thing comes back, like his teratoma, the fucking twin comes, and he's evil, and he starts fucking killing his way through the people he knows to get to him, because he's like, oh, you're gonna fucking write another book. And all this stuff. So it becomes this battle of like, he's like, let's write, and he like, and the dude starts writing, and it's all fucking scrawled in pencil and shit, and they gotta battle it out. It's pretty fucking cool, but those teratomas are actually real things. Yeah. And it's tumors composed of some parts of human body Some have included bone, hair, teeth, and sometimes contain pieces of brain, liver, lung tissue, as well as half-formed legs, eyes, and even hands.
Oh, jeez. I didn't know it was that extreme.
Ooh. So it's like you've absorbed a twin.
Yeah.
But it didn't fully absorb. And
Yeah.
then becomes this fucking tumor thing, and that's all inside of it. It's like...
My brother's friend had something like that.
Ooh.
He had a boil on his shoulder, like, for a long time. Then he had it surgically removed, and then they opened it up, and they found, like, teeth and, like, shit like that. Well, just teeth in his. But I was like, what the fuck?
Did he keep him?
Huh? I'm not
Did he
sure.
keep him?
I'm not sure.
I'd have fucking kept him.
I would have.
I know my kids don't listen to this podcast because I will let them, but I keep all their baby teeth.
Oh.
Yeah, so my wife is like, gross.
Mm.
That's why are you doing that? I'm like, but that's mine.
Yeah.
They're my teeth. I helped make these teeth. But I actually contacted this artist. Thank you, Ashley, for showing me this artist. But she makes these like egg things, and they have teeth in them. Not real teeth, but it's like an egg with a mouth, and it's like super fucking hyper realistic.
So it's almost like a Fabergé egg.
No, it's like it looks like she uses eggs. Like I think she's used like ostrich eggs.
Oh,
and shit like
okay.
that. But let me see if I can bring it up for you so you can see it. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, shit.
That shit's dope, though. Like, there's so many different, like, talented artists who are doing such obscure things with... Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, my God,
seen
it's
that.
so good.
Yeah.
It's just, like, super hyper-realistic mouths in these egg shapes.
Yeah.
So fucking Ashley showed me that, and... I was like, oh my God, that's so fucking cool. I contacted the lady. I emailed her, and I was like, hey, look, I keep my daughter's fucking baby teeth. Like, I know you don't use real teeth, but, like, would you ever, like, commission a piece and use the teeth? She emailed me back and was like, no, I don't do that. But it sounds super interesting. Like, I instantly thought of doing, like, a baby chicken. And, like, putting the teeth in there, because it's, like, the kid's baby teeth. Like, how many teeth do you have?
Yeah.
Like, let me know, and I could talk about it. We could see what goes on. And I was like, oh, fucking sweet. That's so
dope.
cool. So I emailed her back, and I told her how many teeth. And I then said, like, I like the chicken idea, but if it could be, like, an imaginary bird, because I actually call my oldest daughter, like, her nickname I have for her is Cuckoo Bird. So it, like, kind of would be fucking cool to have, like, a bird-like thing with, like, all her fucking teeth in them. But, so waiting on that email. But, she's super fucking cool if you want to follow her online. It's like Sutherland's Wonderland. It's fucking, she's really cool.
Sutherland's Wonderland.
Let me see if I fucking did it.
SU?
It's Sutherland's _underland. So it's SUTHERLANDS _ UNDERLAND, and her name is Jennifer Sutherland.
Found it.
It's just fucking
followed.
So yeah, follow.
Fuck yeah.
Tell her how much her shit is so fucking cool.
God, yeah, that shit's dope.
So good. So good. There's like ones with braces and shit. Like it's fucking like the tongues are like all glistening. And like, oh my God, they're so good.
She doesn't use real teeth.
I think she said she did one. Like had a piece that had like one real tooth in it, but that's all like I guess acrylic and stuff, and you know.
Oh, I see.
All that shit, but it's so fucking cool.
Dude, these mouths got me feeling a certain way.
Hey, can you give me a mouth with no teeth? But so this other fucked up thing, it's like a real thing, and it sounds like straight up out of a horror movie that would be fucking cool. Is Perry-Romberg syndrome.
Never heard of it.
It's abnormally weak skin and the tissue underneath it.
Oh.
Of the face.
A face?
Specifically the face.
Oh, okay.
And what happens is it begins to slowly recede unexpectedly. And basically your face is just caving in. slowly as the flesh, the tissue underneath the skin is like, whoa, and like just caves in and it fucks up. And the other fucked up thing about this is that it's not genetic.
Oh, it's just
and
random.
It's not related to like any like habits or like, oh, you fucking smoked, so you're gonna get this, or you ate a bunch of hamburgers. It's just
roll of the dice.
Fucking random.
Yeah,
anybody could get it.
Damn,
can happen to anybody at any time.
Jeez,
your face could just start fucking caving in on itself.
Ah,
I imagine like, wouldn't that be fucking terrible to find out and like you found out in a fight?
Oh,
because your shit's like all weak, and then somebody just fucking tags you in the face and their hand just like, oh,
yeah,
like inside. Oh man, that'd be fucking rough.
Yeah.
Ooh,
rough. I bet you they'd be scared shitless though.
Yeah. Oh, my face, and they're like, oh shit, bro. Or they'd be like, dude, I'm a fucking superhero. See what I just did? This face. I fucking caved this fucking face in, bro.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
He's all amped up, fucking trying to fucking punch everything.
Yep.
But fuck, dude, yeah.
Damn. How common is that?
I think it's not that common. I didn't research it that
well.
You know how we do. I'm just gonna give you the gruesome facts and no other facts.
I'm just gonna plant the seed.
50-50?
Oh.
Fuck it. We all got it. It's just a matter of time.
It's just dormant.
Man. Yeah. Don't lick toads.
Oh.
Fail.
How long do you have after you lick a toad?
Yeah. So, asking for a friend, say you did lick a toad. When is it gonna happen? I don't want it to happen. But body horror was kind of like the gateway drug into body modification. Because I think that's like it started out as like a tribalism thing, you know, like it was very ancient tribes tattooing and piercing and doing all this stuff, and like the Indians, Native Americans that like did the hooks in the chest against the pole, and they would like lean back and like to like have that outer body experience. And now it became like it kind of fell off, and then it came back, you know, and then it was like tattooing and piercing is like scoundrels. And then I want to say, I mean, I'm not saying like this is just my knowledge, but like in like the 90s, it started becoming like the modern tribal. Yeah. Where it was like piercing and gauging and stretching and fucking transdermal fucking implants and splitting your tongue and all this stuff it was like they were like the modern tribe of like putting themselves through these and doing the suspensions and all that thing. It was like that was their way of like connecting with each other and with maybe like a higher consciousness. And that's still super popular, but I don't know like how
prevalent it is.
Yeah, not prevalent, but like how many people are actually doing it now for that purpose. It's more of just like, I don't even think like a sexual thing, but just more of like
maybe an attention thing.
Yeah, no, I don't even think that. I think it's just like groups of people, like it's like club shit, and like bonding, and like I think so. Still in a way of like being part of this tribe, and like this is what we do, but I think a lot of the spiritual aspect has become lost on that, and it's become more of just like, yay, we're hanging, and like, yay, we're like, and I can say this because I have nobody to tell me not to. We can say whatever we want here because this is our podcast and nobody's gonna tell us no. But I'm sure there's people who'd be like, "Fuck you, man! It's super spiritual." But it's still like, you know, the tattooing and the piercing and stuff. Like it has gotten far from
what it used to be.
Yeah. And I think there's still people that like do it for like the transformative properties of it. Of like you were talking about, like the guy that fucking turned himself into a lizard, or like the cat guy, or the fucking. There's some dude in England that like making himself look like a fucking parrot.
Oh, I didn't know about that guy.
Dude, like this dude, like he colored his face. He's like super tattooed, feather shit on his face. He like, I think he did his nose so it looked more like beaky. He cut off his ears
completely.
Yeah, like he took his ears off so that they're just holes because that's what birds have.
Yeah, just
those little holes. Like he took his, like he fucking did the tattoo ink in the fucking eyeball. Like hardcore.
Doesn't that fuck up your hearing though if you cut off your ears like that?
I think it would dull it because like that's the whole point of your ears.
So, like, it's to like catch it and
catch all that shit.
Reverberate it towards.
I mean, I guess birds don't hear so good. I don't know. That's why they fucking squawk all gnarly. But
that's why they chirp so goddamn loud.
They're like, what?
Outside my window every fucking morning.
Get some ears, motherfucker.
Whisper, bitch. Yeah, I was always... I think I first saw that cat guy on like Ripley's Believe It or Not. Oh, yeah. That TV show with, what's his name? Old School. Or not Old School, but Superman in the TV series. I forget his name.
Fuck, I just forgot his name too.
Yeah. I remember seeing that and be like, wow.
Fuck that guy.
Like, wow, this guy is crazy. He's like, wow. He has a girlfriend? Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I see it as like, these dudes are like, these people changing themselves are, I'm not going to liken it to like transgender because that's like a completely different thing, but it's like, in some ways it's the same thing because
in a sense, yeah,
they feel like I want to be a cat or a lizard or a fucking bird.
Yeah.
And they're changing their bodies to accommodate their feelings of what they want.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted, it's not like I was born a bird.
Yeah.
And I want to, it's just more of like, I want to be a bird, like.
Because they're fucking cool.
Look as close to it as possible. But that one dude, I know that cat guy, he like lives in the fucking cave.
Yep.
Like, he's doing it up.
Yeah, he's in it to win it.
I think he like shits in a fucking litter box.
Hey man, you go big or you go home. You know?
I'm gonna go home. But yeah, so like, I mean, I have a lot of tattoos and I did piercings and stuff, and it was never about like making my outer body look like changing it so that I'm like, I want to. It was more of like feeling that and like adornment, that kind of sense of like feeling the pain and also like just decorating myself for myself. Like it was, like all my tattoos have some meaning to me.
Yeah,
and it's not like I want to look like this thing, so I got like feathers or I got like spots or whatever. It's just, it was more of like the feeling of the pain of like, this means something to me because I never processed it emotionally, but I can process it like physically.
Pain. Yeah,
and physical pain is something easily controlled, and it's interesting to me, like seeing how pain affects somebody, like the curiosity of that, of like that's where a lot of like my fucked up thoughts about like inflicting pain come from, because it's like, I don't like to say scientific, it's like science, but it's more along that line of like,
how would they react if I did this? Yeah.
Like what, and everybody's different, and everybody's gonna be, or sometimes it's the same, or. And I think pleasure became that way too for me in a way at some point, where it was like not necessarily getting pleasure from doing the thing, but seeing how it affected
others,
somebody else. Like, what do you do when this happens to you? Or if I poke you with a stick, does this hurt? You know? Like I was always doing that as a kid. My dad fucking hated it. I was always like, does this hurt? Does this hurt?
I think every kid goes through that though, right?
My little one's doing it now.
Oh yeah.
It is weird because I'm in a weird place of like, not a weird place, but I see so much of me and her, like my fucked up shit.
Yeah.
That I am trying to not mold her, but like kind of nurture that while also trying to help her tame it.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? Because I never had somebody that like understood what I was going through. Mm-hmm. And to that credit, I never really talked about it to anybody until my later years. But seeing that, I'm trying not to like, no, don't, but like, look, you can't always be like this. Yeah. Like, you have to know when you can do this. Yeah. Like when she does that, because she's strong and she'll like, do stuff. It's like, hey, you can do that to me because I can take it. Yeah. You can't do that to another kid. Yeah. You can't do that to your mom. Yeah. Like, you need to know when to let the fucking animal out. Yeah. And like, you need to know that like, yes, it's okay. It's okay to have those feelings. Yeah. It's okay to act like that. It's okay to like process it however you need to process it, but you gotta also understand that it's not okay to like inflict it on somebody else. Yeah. Because you need to like relax. Because I never talked about it, and I'm pretty open about it now. It's like, just like, fuck it, this is who I am. But I also am not like to everybody, because it's like, know your fucking crowd. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, you just don't talk about it to everybody. Uh-huh. But it's okay. It doesn't mean you're lying to yourself or lying about your feelings, but it's like, not everybody needs to fucking know this, and they're not going to process it, and just save you some fucking shit. It's because some people just aren't going to understand it. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And that's okay. They don't have to. Yeah. But, fuck, dude. Yeah. Everybody's got their own thing. Yeah. And that's okay. Absolutely. The end. No, you are who you are. So be the best at it. Yeah. Be the best fucking weirdo you can be. But, I was looking up some fucked up shit. Have you looked at, I used to look at this shit all the time. There's a website called BME Zine. No. And it's body modification magazine, basically. No. And it's just, it's like the Reddit for like body modifications. Oh, it's basically like people write in stories, like people fucking their experiences with tattooing or scarification or fucking like fucking anything, like transdermal implants, all that shit. And I don't think what a lot of people know about transdermal implants is that that's not a medical procedure. Where do you do it then? You do it like at a piercer. Oh, shit. And so they have all the tools, but they're not a doctor, so that means they cannot use any anesthetic. Oh. By law. So anything that you see like under the skin or like those dudes that do the fucking horns. Yeah, they get like the implants underneath so they can screw shit in. Yeah. That's all done like awake. Damn. And just a scalpel into your fucking head or wherever. Oh, that was weird. It was like almost a burp, but it wasn't. But yeah, so you gotta like really gotta fucking want it. Because that's absolutely. That's a deep cut. But that transdermal shit, I don't know. I never got into that because it was just like I never like wanted a circle under my skin or fucking anything like that. But that's what a lot of those dudes do. Like that lizard guy, he got the fucking like brow implants, like balls and this thing to make him have that like reptilian look. And but there's some crazy shit. So I was like looking at that. I hadn't looked at it forever, but the word I think the word like this. I don't know why you would do this. There's so many fucking sex aids out there that could give you the same thing. But this shit is called purling. Oh, is that when they inject the fucking balls or shit into It's not injecting. They're literally cutting open the skin of the dick. Oh. And putting a ball in there. And they do it to the labia too. Oh. Which, I don't know. That's just pure adornment, I guess. Because, I mean, unless you're super, like, touch my labia. Yeah. My outer labia. Fuck the clit. Go to the labia. I put pearls in that motherfucker. You can't find it anyways. It's a myth. Oh, damn. I didn't know it was a fucking, like, I didn't know it was a subdermal. I thought it was like an injection type of thing. No, man. This shit is like, they cut a slit and fucking put a ball in the fucking dick. Damn. And then it's like, but it's like, dude, like, Like, I have no dudes that tattoo their dicks, so they tattoo their ball sack, and, like, there's this one dude, this tattoo shop I went to, he fucking tattooed his ball sack with, like, the Louis Vuitton stuff.
Oh my gosh, really?
Oh, man, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. So his ball sack looks like a fucking Louis Vuitton bag. I'm like, oh, shit, that's fucking one of a kind right there.
Oh, man. That's funny.
But I just never wanted to, like, fuck around with my genitals.
Yeah.
You know, like, there's so much shit. Like, it's fucked up enough on its own that, like, I don't need to, like, put shit in it or, like, split it or, like, pierce it or, like, fucking adorn it in any way. You know? Like, and hey, more power to you if you want to do that. I'm not judging, but it's just like, and I'm not like, oh, fuck, gross. It's just like, it just doesn't, like, compete
not your
with
thing.
me. It's just like, no, I'm good. Like, I don't, like, you pierce dick? No,
I'm good.
It's fine. I don't want to pee all over the place. I already have a hard enough time aiming. I don't need, like, the split streams.
Oh, man.
But have you ever, like, I know you got your, like, first tattoo ever, but,
Yeah.
like, you have any history of, like, thinking about body modification? Or even just, like, pain infliction on yourself, like scarification or cutting? Get deep into your emotional psyche.
Not that I'm aware of, but
You're a subconscious cutter?
I don't know. Like,
I'm bleeding! What happened?
no, I never really, like, looked into it. I guess it's not really my thing. Like, I can handle pain. I'm no stranger to it. But I don't think I want to modify my body to that extent, you know? Like the whole subdermals and fucking pearling and stuff. Like, even tattoos, it took me so long to get a tattoo because I wasn't sure, like, you know,
It's forever.
Yeah, it's forever. That's the whole thing with me. Like, I want to get something that's fucking, like, meaningful to me and things like that.
Yeah.
But when I was getting that tattoo, it felt good. It felt good. I even dozed off for like a good half hour.
Oh, shit.
And the only reason I woke up was because I started snoring. And it woke me up. I was like, oh. And my homegirl was doing my tattoo. She's like, you know, I think you're the first person who ever fell asleep while I was tattooing them. I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, actually, I mean, I know dudes that, like, I don't know, I need to, like, I'm so intent on, like, focusing on it and, like, experiencing it. So I know dudes that, like, they go in for, like, fucking super long tattoos and they just pop in their fucking headphones and they just fucking zone out. And I feel like they're more of, like, I'm just enduring it. And I just, like, I want to zone out and get through it.
Yeah.
But, like, I could never do it. No matter how long it was like, I needed to, like watch and see it.
Yeah.
And, like, know what was, because to see it happening and, like, really immerse myself in the fucking, like, the pain.
Yeah.
And, like, wow, this is crazy. You know, like, it fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So I fucking hate that. It's always like, I mean, I don't know if you get it now. You're not like super heavily tattooed, but it's like fucking. It's so monotonous. The fucking like the stares and like the questions, and it's like the same fucking shit over and over again.
What does that mean?
Yeah, but not even that. It's like, did that hurt?
Oh.
Yeah, they all hurt. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a fucking needle stabbing into your skin.
It's painful. Like, yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like the fucking weirdos that want to like they have to touch you.
Oh.
And I'm just like, they don't feel like anything.
Yeah.
It's my skin. Like, don't fucking touch me. And then like then you get the fucking, what does that mean? Does it mean something? And like, and my just go-to answer is like, yeah, it means something to me, and I just walk away. Like, I don't want to sit here and swap fucking stories with you, or like tell you like I don't fucking know you. I don't talk about my tattoos to people that like I fucking do know. You know, like, let alone some strangers like, dang, you're pretty. What'd that mean? You know, it's just like, bye-bye. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, well, I was going through this emotional period of my life, and, like, I was really in this thing. I really got into, like, you know, it's just like, why would you expect me to, like, go into detail about, like, my fucking tattoo?
Yeah.
The worst sometimes is, like, other tattooed people, like, other heavily tattooed people. Like, the community is so weird, like, it's, like, very cliquey and very, like, oh, well, you have those kind of tattoos, and, like, I have these kind of tattoos, and we're not the same, like, even though we're both heavily tattooed, like,
we're different.
Who gives a shit?
Ours are
like,
different.
Why do you fucking care? You know? Or, like, people that, like, give you the nod, like, we're in a brotherhood, dude. And you're like, no. Like, I don't, like, that's not... You know, like, there was this fucking comedian, it was funny, he was kind of talking about the same thing about how, like, he was, like, this heavily tattooed fucking comedian, and he's, like, clean, like, he works clean, but, he said he was fucking, like, fucked with this dude, because it was, like, clearly, like, prison tats this dude had, he was, like, tatted up face and shit, and he was, like, giving him the nod when they were at a store, and he walked over, like, where'd you do your time, bro? And the dude's like, what? I fucking... And he just like, well, he's like, Azkaban.
So Menges will fuck you up.
He's just like, yeah, man, fucking Azkaban, dude. The dude just kind of... He said the dude was just like, oh, right on. Like, he just had no idea. Like, what the fuck? Like,
of course, because Harry Potter probably came out when he was on the inside. He didn't read that shit. I don't know, man. I haven't really, well, just my family and stuff like that have commented. I'm like, oh, wow, that's really nice. You know, artists did really good work.
Yeah.
You're going to expand on it. And, like, I let them know. It's like, this whole arm is dedicated to, like, endemic plants and animals and stuff like that. Just because.
You fucking hippie.
Yeah, I've been called that before.
It's going to be like my Gaia Mother Nature arm. I just want to, like, it's going to culminate in, like, a flowering vagina that symbolizes Earth and the sloughing of the fucking...
You know, growing up where I grew up, you spend most of your time outside in nature and shit like that. And I found, like, I just go on these hikes, see all these fucking birds, and be like, wow, that shit's dope.
Flora and fauna. Yeah.
So that's what it is. It started off with, you know, just this one quail, stuff like that.
That means owl.
Yeah, it's owl.
I learned it in a new word.
But yeah, just even that, this whole design took me like 5 years to settle on. Because I'd think about other things that I'd want, but I'd always go back to the fucking owl. I always go back to the owl with the fucking Ohialehua branch and stuff like that.
That's good. Always the first one is like, I always tell that to people, they're like, oh, like, I want to do it, but I'm so scared. And then I'm just like, you're going to do it if you want to do it.
Yeah.
And then once you do it, you're going to be like,
oh, no, I want more.
Oh, wow, that wasn't so bad. Because I always, like, people that, like, I care to talk to or whatever about it, I always tell them, I have this little fucking Chinese symbol on my forearm, and that was my first one.
Yeah.
It's like this tiny fucking, like, quarter size. Like,
I bet at the time you're like, oh, it's so big.
Dude, it's like my whole forearm is fucking tatted up, bro. Look at my fresh ink, dude.
Look fucking triad.
Yeah, dude, they better watch out. I'm fucking so tough. Blah! Just walking out, fucking forearm first, like, watch out, tatted guy coming through.
Oh, man.
There's so much shit you get too, like, trying to get tattooed. Like, there's this, like, I guess it's kind of a code, not a code, but, like, tattooers won't tattoo certain places on people.
Why?
Unless they're, like, super fucking heavily tattooed already.
Is it because of the pain that they experience? Or?
From my experience with different tattooers, it's more of, like, they don't want... There's a lot of fucking regret that is in the tattoo community with people that are not heavily tattooed.
Yeah.
Getting tattoos in certain places.
Yeah.
Which are, like, the main ones are, like, hands,
yeah,
face,
yeah,
neck,
yeah,
shit like that, like super, like they call them job killers because there's certain places you're not gonna get a fucking job if you got like your hands fucking blasted, or you got a fucking throat's fucking blasted, or you got a fucking shit on your eyeball, or some fucking shit tattoo on your face. So there's like a level of tattooedness that you kind of have to already have, where they're just like, well, fuck it, like you're already in it, so it's cool. Because I've seen it, like, getting tattooed and people coming in, like, no fucking tattoos, like, I want my hands blasted. And you're just like, for your first tattoo? And they're just like, nah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing it. Because you'll see people come back just getting, like, some shit on their fucking shoulder. Where they're like, I don't like it, and I don't want to show it. And you know, fucking bitches, like, dude, you fucking chose this. Yeah. Like, I didn't make you fucking get this tattoo. Like, you can't fucking... I saw one time, I was getting tattooed, and I was coming back for my next session, and I had to wait because there was a dude, he was tattooing somebody. And this is when I lived in Baltimore. And this dude, the fucking artist, is putting the stencil on the guy, and it's, like, on his fucking ribs. And he's like, all right, how about this? He's like, no, I want it, like, lower and, like, maybe, like, a little bigger. And so he fucking wipes it off, and he fucks with the stencil, and he puts it on. He's like, okay, check it out in the mirror. Is this what you want? You know, it's like, yeah, no, like more this way, more. He just kept fucking like over and over, and that's fine because it's like it's not in your body forever, dude. Like fucking, you know, make sure that's where you want it. Keeps fucking going. He finally is like, yeah, that's it. Fucking tattoo. It was like a fucking 20-minute tattoo, you know, and he's like, all right, you're done, dude. Check it out in the mirror, and he's like, that's not where I wanted it. Like, it's too far. Blah, blah. It's like, dude, you just fucking told the guy. You know what I mean? Like, those, like, they gotta put up with so much shit.
Oh, I bet.
You know what I mean? Like, it's so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, you can't fucking sign off on something. Like, he fucking changed it. I literally, like, a half an hour of, like, fucking with this place with this dude's tattoo. And he finally was like, yeah, perfect. And he did it. And he's like, no, it's wrong. And it's like, well...
That's where you want
shit,
it,
buddy. Yeah. Like, you're fucked now.
It's not like I could just erase it or anything.
You just, like, cut it out. Little skin grafts and thigh meat onto that fucking thing. And then when it's healed, we'll fuck with it again.
It almost seems like some people don't even think it through before they get it.
Yeah, they don't. But that's why most of the they like won't fuck with drunk people. They won't fuck with like, people just running up out the street. I don't want that. Yeah. But there's some places that just don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. They're just like, okay, fuck it. Yep. Tattoo your fucking dick on your face. You gotta live with it.
Seen some fucking horrible tattoos, though.
Oh, there's so many bad ones out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw one. It was on the internet, but it was of like a guy's belly button. And he had a cat around it. And the like belly button was the cat's butthole.
I mean, that's pretty sweet.
I guess. I wouldn't want it on me, though. Up.
I know, you see some... Oh, man, there's some fucking horrible shit, dude. Like, it's sad.
There are some people who get, like, their whole face just, like, blacked out.
Yeah.
And shit like that.
That's real popular. Not the face so much, but there's, like people just, like, blacking out their arms, and, like, doing fucking, it's all like, black work, and like it's intense because I think it's more of like, I mean, this is just my fucking opinion, but like they're mostly covered up. Like they've already been heavily tattooed, so they're just, and not that they're purposely covering it up, but it's just like this is their next step. Is like, I'm not tattooed enough. I'm now gonna like black out. And, like, just, that's the end. Yeah. Like, I'm dark.
It's like permanent blackface.
Oh, shit.
Isn't that racist?
I can't just walk into a street shot. Let me get the Al Jolson, bro. Just fucking black it out, man. I don't want to fucking... Come on, man. Solidarity, bro. Fucking Black Lives Matter. I'm with you, dude. Like, just fucking... Oh, cover me up, dude. Just want to be black, dude. That's so funny. Like, I just fucking... like, blackface, like, that's... First of all, it's like, these stupid fucking people that are fucking doing it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So when I was growing up, right, this wasn't a thing. You know, like, nobody gave a fuck about anything. And you could get away with anything. There's 2 fucking movies that stand out in my youth of, like, there's no fucking way they would ever even think about making these movies now. Mm-hmm. Even, like, 20 years ago. There's these 2... First one is kind of innocuous. It's kind of like, well, it's cute. It's a cute movie. Is fucking Short Circuit.
Oh!
Right?
Johnny Five is alive?
Yeah, Johnny Five, the fucking robot. But Fisher Stevens, a white actor.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't know his pure ethnicity, but he's fucking white. It plays an Indian dude with, like, noticeably brown makeup on. Like...
In that movie?
In that fucking movie.
Huh.
And he's like, very, very good to meet you, sir. Oh Johnny Five? Like, he's like, wow! Like, holy shit! Right? Like, you're like, this is fucking racist as fuck. Dude. Like, they couldn't have found, like, it's not like he was, like, a big-name actor back then.
Yeah.
Like, he's still not a big-name actor.
And it wasn't even that big of a part.
Well, no, he was, like, one of the main characters. Like,
I don't remember that.
He was like Steve Gutenberg's fucking homie in the thing, and he ends up like, and then in the second one, he's like part of the Short Circuit too.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
It becomes like a buddy movie.
Yeah, okay.
But like brown face Indian, like Middle Eastern Indian.
I don't know why I don't.
And it's like very good, sir. Johnny Five, it's like over the fucking top, like racist fucking Indian accent, like. And it's like, holy shit, nobody said anything. You know what I mean? Like, there was no outcry.
Yeah.
And then the other one was, fuck, dude, this movie, it's so bad. It's called Soul Man.
Okay.
And it's with C. Thomas Howell, who's like Mr. Uber McWhitey white kid. Mm-hmm. And he basically takes his pill to darken his skin. To the point of he's like black. And he gets like an afro.
Yeah.
So for a good portion of the movie, this white guy is in blackface with a fucking like afro sheen fucking afro to get into a black college. To like get... I gotta fucking... The synopsis. Like, as I remember it, it's like he was trying... Like, he couldn't get into school and he was trying to get a scholarship. And it was like, if he was black, he could get the scholarship? Because he could meet the fucking, like, black quota, I guess. But it's like, whoa, dude. Like, holy shit. Like, somebody fucking thought of this movie, wrote it, they fucking filmed it, and released it. And it's like...
Jeez. I think it got greenlit. That's the thing. It got fucking greenlit.
Burn this fucking world down in this fucking thing.
Absolutely.
And come out now, like...
I mean, people get fucking offended because Apu isn't played by a fucking Indian guy in The Simpsons.
Like, Soul Man, it's a teen comedy from 1986, right? Let me show you. So, this... I can't even fucking look at these pictures. Okay, so this is for reference. That's C. Thomas Howell.
Okay.
That's C. Thomas Howell.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now, this is C. Thomas Howell after the fucking...
Oh my god.
Like, holy shit, dude. Like, it's like... It's so bad. He's like the skin tone of E.T.
Yeah.
And he's got the fucking, like,
fucking
tight
afro.
Oh, fuck, dude. It's like, who the fuck? And then he's like, it's like, this whole thing, like, he's a fucking... this is the fucking thing. Okay, so here we go. In order to win a scholarship, Mark Watson, the white son of an affluent psychiatrist, pretends to be black on his application form. When he's accepted, he alters his hair, skin, and speech to conceal his true identity. At first, Mark believes that going through law school as a minority will be a breeze, but he soon begins experiencing racism. Eventually, Mark falls in love with Sarah Walker, played by Rae Dawn Chong, who is a mixed-race woman, a black student, and begins to feel guilty about his ruse. It's like,
oh, only then? Only then?
Like, oh man, I don't feel so good about this whole pretending to be black thing. And the fact that the fucking movie is called Soul Man. Oh my god, dude. It's like, how does this fucking exist? And like, nobody said anything, dude. Like, I mean, of course, it's fucking, 1986.
Yeah.
But holy shit, dude. Like, fucking James Earl Jones was in this fucking movie. Like,
really?
How are these, like, black actors
totally okay with it?
Like, I wanted to be a fucking fly on the wall in that, like, casting room. Like, wait. What's going on in this movie?
White boy trying to be black.
Fucking, basically, a fucking white guy pretending to be black to win a scholarship?
Gosh.
Like, it's so fucked
James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones should
the king of Africa himself.
Down, dude. He should have fucking Mufasa should have been like, this is my land. All you see. This will not stand. I am the king.
God.
He's always been an African king. Fuck, he'll fucking come into
He has.
Too.
Or
I mean, he's fucking James Earl Jones.
Yeah. Well, he was the voice of a galactic, I guess, not an emperor, second in command?
Wait, what?
Star Wars. He wasn't a king, but he was like.
Oh, but I mean, it wasn't actually James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
It was just the voice.
Have you ever heard the scenes of the guy talking when it's not James Earl Jones?
No.
Oh God, he has the thickest Irish accent. It's fucking hilarious.
Wait, the actual actor?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. I am your father. I don't know how.
I got some corned beef and potatoes. I'd just like to know that I'm your father. You're my wee boy. And, sorry I cut your hand off. I want to go get a pint. That'd be fucking funny as shit. I would watch that movie. Fucking just like the Irish. Oh, that's
Irish
fucking. Oh man, that's another fucking. There's this movie, this horror movie about like aliens that like come down in Ireland, and it's also like the fucking like they won't eat them if they're drunk.
Huh.
Or some shit like
That's
that.
the wrong place to go.
So it's like the Irish having to fucking drink so they don't get fucking. It's like, oh man.
Isn't that just a normal Tuesday for them?
Oh man. Stuff we do to our bodies.
God, I kind of want to watch Soul Man now, though.
Dude, it's bad. Gosh. I mean, I was 6 when that movie came out, so I probably saw it when I was like 7, maybe. But I don't think I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't give a shit. Nobody gave a shit back then. It was just like, well, it's so wacky. Mm-hmm. It's wacky teen comedy.
Yeah.
Where he's pretending to be black, and it's like, what? I mean, there had to be somebody who was fucking like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Like, wrote into the company, like, this ain't cool, man.
Or you'd at least hope, right?
I mean, I don't care.
Oh.
Devil's advocate for the podcast. The rights are being... I don't fucking...
If they tried to do that now...
Dude, I mean...
Oh, God.
Can you imagine, like, who would they... Like, Tom Holland. Tom Holland trying to fucking...
He can't be Spider-Man no more. He got to do something.
Like, oh, gee, I try to get this scholarship, man. I'll just try to be black. Here we go. Afro. Let's fucking do it up, blackface, guys.
Oh, man. Well,
Yeah.
I guess if you think about it, not too long ago, White Chicks came out, and that was like kind of like the reverse.
Okay. No one gives a fuck about whiteface.
Why?
It's not a thing.
So?
Oh, you want to get into this? Because whiteface is like, nobody gives a shit. You know why? Because, like,
is it that
like
white
the
guilt? They
racist,
can't say anything?
Well, not only that, they're like, oh, let them have it. Let these little guys have it.
We got everything else.
Yeah, we got everything else. They give them white chicks. But it's like, that's the thing is like, I think part of it is that, like you know how, like, it's the fucking cliche stereotype that, like, white people are afraid of black people. And so it's like, let's push the limits to see what fucking I can get away with because I'm black and they're white and, like, I'm fucking testing that fear. So I think maybe some of that happened where it was like, let's fucking do this.
Yeah.
Let's fucking do whiteface and see what the fuck happens. And nothing happened because it's just like racist words against fucking white people, like, fuck you, cracker! And it's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I like crackers.
Yeah.
I like crackers.
I don't know. Am I supposed to be offended? Like, honky? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, there's no, like, any white, like, guilt and any white, like, man, that's not cool. I don't like that you're saying that about me. Is like, I feel is just, it doesn't mean anything to, like, the white people that, like, give a shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the white people that would be offended are just racist anyways. Like, shit like that would offend, like, the Klan. Because, like, these fucking black people try to pretend they're white, boo.
Yeah.
You know, like, do. Like, those are the only fucking white people that would give a shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, they would be offended by it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
how dare they? Because nobody else is like, okay.
Yeah.
So what? But, like, it's so offensive
to do blackface.
Or any other, like, shit that it's like
fucking Mickey Rooney.
Fucking breakfast activities? Oh, shit, yeah. Oh, you're so round! Like, oh my god, that was so fucking bad. Holy shit. But that was like a thing, dude. Like, there's all those Charlie Chan movies. Like, I mean, of course, back then. I mean, fucking that. Al Jolson was back then. Like, those. I mean, not that. It was before that. But it's still like, it was like, because nobody gave a shit.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, there was no voice for the black culture. And even the voices that did it was like, the only people that listened to them were black people or like, you know, people that were sympathetic to the cause and shit. Like, but the majority was like, this is just good fun. People like this color ain't real. Like, we can do whatever we want.
We're number one. I don't know.
Back-to-back world champs.
Hey, man. Hey. We lost that little game in Vietnam, though. But it wasn't a world championship, so
it was like a draw. Like, that was like a draw, right? Like, Vietnam was like, we'll just back out and we'll take a loss. That was like an off-season, like, it was away game that like you practice. Like,
just a friendly match.
We're fucking winning all the other ones. That's what matters. If you look at the overall, that's like a little asterisk. We were fucked up right there. We shouldn't have done that.
Oh, man. You know, now, this whole time we've been talking, I've been thinking about that whole question you asked about if I had ever, I guess, thought about body modification and stuff like that.
Oh, I like modification. I get my modified, bro.
But I never thought about it, but I always tested, I guess, my resistance to pain. And stuff like that. Like, I would spend a lot of time in the kitchen with my mom and stuff like that. And I remember oftentimes she'd get, like, really upset with me because I just hold my hand on the side of a pot that she's, like, boiling water in or stuff like that. Ooh. Just to see, like, how long I could hold it there. And, like, what the pain felt like and stuff like that. Or even, like, I once... Oh, what was I doing? I don't know where I was. I was doing something, but I found it like a shard of glass on the ground. I just picked it up and I just squeezed it as hard as I could into like trying to see if it would like cut me or anything like that. So it was always like things like that. You know, it wasn't so much like, let me cut me open and put something in. It was more like, how much pain can I tolerate from this? Or like, even, this is something bad that I really shouldn't do. But sometimes when I'm at the gym and stuff like that, if I'm doing the bench, I'll sometimes just lay it on my chest and just like let it go, but still have like my hands right there, just be like, you know, if I need to. I don't know. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, that whole feeling of pain.
But that's like similar. That's what I like. That's like similar. Like I feel that same way. I'm like what is this gonna feel like?
Yeah.
Like what? Like I want to do that. Like I fucked around when I was a kid with those TENS, the electrical impulse.
Oh yeah.
This kid I knew, his mom or his aunt or whoever the fuck it was, like she had back surgery, and this is back in like late 80s, so it was like 88, 89, and so they were like legit, like fucking battery pack pads. And we would stick them in our hands and fucking crank it. And it would just be like, And your fucking muscles, like your hands would curl. Like it would just like, ooh. And it's like, it's just an interesting feeling, you know? Like, it's not sexual, but it's like, it's
exhilarating.
It's just like, these feelings your body can feel and like their reactions to the stimulus, you know, and like the pain and pleasure are so like
so
the
closely,
line is so blurred between the two, you know, because I think for some people the pain, the pleasure comes from the subsiding of pain. So it's like I need to feel the pain so that the pleasure is so much better afterwards, you know, that release. And I think that some people are the opposite, that it's like they want the pain, you know. That the pain is the pleasure of like the twisting of the nipple, or like, you know, like those little things that people are like, ew, pain, gross. But it's like, but, you know, like... And I think that's why, like the S&M culture and BDSM, like that whole thing is so fascinating, like legit, like that, you know, like I don't think people understand still, like I don't want to say like layman's, but like people that are not into it, like they just see like, oh, you like to be spanked, or like you like to be fucking tied up or whatever. It's like very vanilla 50 Shades of Grey, like type of shit, but like, and sex is always a part of it. Where in actuality, a lot of it has nothing to do with sex. That it's the giving up of power,
control,
and gaining control, and what I think a lot of people don't understand also is that they think that the dominant person has all the control, where it's, in my opinion, it's the complete opposite, because the submissive is giving them the permission to do these things to them and letting them test their limits and push their limits. And in that aspect is they're in control. Because you have safe words and you have things that you're not willing to do, and it's very like, I don't say professional, but it's not just like, I'm gonna tie you up and beat you, girl.
There are like guidelines to it.
It's very strict.
Very structured.
There's a structure, and it's very like, this is what I'm not willing to do. It's very respectful, you know, and like I don't think people understand how, like, they just see like, oh, you're sick, you like to be beat up, you got problems, and it's like, no, like you like the fucking, you know, missionary and fucking have a Gatorade afterwards, like that's your fucking thing or whatever. Like,
who told you?
Stop. But that, like, the power in giving somebody the permission to do these things to you
Mm-hmm.
is the real
That's
control.
about, yeah.
You know, because at that point,
You're the one who sets the limits.
yeah, the person doing the things to you is like the tool.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm allowing you to push
Yeah.
my limits
Huh.
in that aspect.
Interesting.
And
Yeah.
then if it's too much for me, then I'll be like,
No,
pumpernickel.
no.
Like, you know.
And then they
Stegosaurus. Pterodactyl or whatever the fuck. But, you know, so, and then, you know, that's where it stops, and then that's everybody's agreed upon, and it's not just like wholesale.
Yeah.
Because, you know, on the flip side of that, it's the person doing the dominating, it's seeing the reaction,
Mm-hmm.
is seeing the, like, what their power is inflicting upon this person.
Yeah.
You know, like, this person's letting me do this, and, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, there's the sadist aspect of it, of, like, causing pain.
Yeah.
Is, I feel, what most dominate people are after. And again, this is just my experience. Don't fucking tweet that I'm a fucking weirdo, whatever. I don't give a
Don't
shit.
at me, bro.
Yeah, don't at me, bro. Fuck, don't tase me, bro. Well, maybe tase me. I don't know.
I've actually been hit, not with a taser, but with like one of those stun guns. The little like pronged stun
yeah.
guns. Those feel good, man.
Electricity is fucking dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It
Like, I've had, like, the biggest things in my life, pain-wise, have been electricity
Coursing
and,
through you.
like, fire.
Mm.
Like, burning has always
Yeah.
been, like, not necessarily, like, burning myself, but, like, being a cook and being, like, been burned so many fucking times and in so many different ways, and, like, each burn is the same but different.
Yeah.
And I've purposely burned myself, and it's a crazy sensation. Like, it's, you know, there's some that I don't care for, like steam burns. Ugh.
Oh yeah. Fuck. Those
they're
are
the worst,
just
dude.
horrible.
God, fuck, steam burns they're fucking terrible, dude.
Yeah.
But
But like hot pan.
yeah, like a
Like,
hot
yeah.
pan. That's that's pretty cool. No, but like I remember this one time I was probably like fucking I was in my 20s, so I was probably like 21, 22, and me and this dude, for whatever reason, just started putting cigarettes out on each other and like seeing how like pushing, you know, like
Yeah.
it was, I think for him it was more of like a bear thing, like I could fucking take it, bro. Yeah, like do this.
Yeah.
But we were putting them out on each other.
Oh.
So it was like I was putting one out on him, he was putting one out on me, and then I put one out on him, and
Yeah.
it was like to the point where it got to the point where it was not even just snuffing it out; it was like putting it to the skin and like keeping the fucking
keeping that
cherry
ember
going.
Yeah.
And you can't see it anymore, but under this fucking fish head tattoo, I have like a fucking cigarette burn that's probably like the size of a dime
Oh shit.
from that fucking thing, and it was just like staring at into each other's eyes, and just like, and like, okay, now it's my turn.
Yeah.
It was just it was a crazy. I don't even know if this dude I don't know this dude anymore, but like I don't know what it was like for him, but for me it was more like it was a personal thing. Like, it was just like
I need it.
I'm not I need it, but it was like this is me testing my limits.
I
Like,
see.
pushing, like we've talked about this before. Where it's like the pain infliction on my body is like training the brain of like this is just flesh for experience. Like it's meat for the machine to like experience it in any way possible, and like pain is just another expression of that. And I don't want to like experience pain to leave my body. Where I think a lot of people, that's where it comes in, like with the hanging and the suspension and stuff. It's like to know that the body is nothing and that my mind is everything, and that I could elevate myself to this higher consciousness and be out of the body, because the body is just meat, and that's not where my soul and everything is. But for me, it's like the opposite. Is like the brain is everything, and that's your electricity and your fucking whatever. But to fully experience and push your mind, you have to like, I feel like punishing your body and knowing that you could take it and enjoy it, or I don't know, it's just like, I think that's where like the fucking truth lies, dude. Like there is no God. It's just the meat, dude. Just, you know what I mean? Like
that's why we gotta eat each other.
I'm sorry, what?
That's why we gotta eat each other.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll fucking eat it, dude. Next podcast, you're gonna fucking eat that meat.
Oh man, I was gonna say something, but then I forgot. That's been happening a lot lately. Like not just on the podcast, but just in like everyday life for me.
Just brain farting.
Yeah, just brain farts left and right. I don't know why.
Yeah, I fucking hate my fucking brain stutter. I think it's also been getting worse. Like I do that fucking like in my head, and it's just like I don't know what like I always thought it was just like my fucking brain is firing faster than my fucking mouth. And, like, I can't like get a handle on the words. Fucking, it's so frustrating. Like there's just like a fucking wall there.
Yeah.
Because I don't stutter. Like I'm not like a poop, 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 like that kind of stuttering. It's just like I can't say the words because my brain won't send them to my fucking mouth, and I'm just like, and it's always it's a lot like names and things. Like I fucking like you fucking Jake. You know, like it's just like. You know, like, or I'll be like, like today I did. I was like, fucking get the fucking thing off the fucking grill. Like, get the fucking thing. Like, it's like in my head, I'm seeing it's like
quesadilla.
It's a quesadilla. It's the cheesy fucking tortilla and meat. Like, I have it and I know what it is, but I can't fucking say the word. Like, it's just like, it's fucking frustrating.
Yeah. And for me, it's like I'll be in the middle of like saying it, or like in the process of about to say it, and then as soon as I get to like, you know, the blow would like where it's gonna come out of my mouth, I just like I'm sorry, I lost it. I don't know what happened.
Like I always thought it was funny that like you remember, not you personally, but just as people, like you remember to say like, oh, I was gonna tell you this, but you never remember what you were gonna say. Like you always remember to be like, I gotta tell you something. Shit, I was gonna fucking say something. You know? But like, you never remember what the fucking thing is you're gonna say, but you know that you have to say it to that person. Yep. Fucking brain.
Oh, right, your car got broken. It's
I fucked your mom. Sorry, I fucking Is there a card for that? I don't think there is.
I don't think so.
Hallmark should get on that.
Sorry, I fucked your mom.
Fucking shit. But I have a question based on like pain.
Okay.
Have you ever had a painful experience? God, fuck this fucking flash. No emergency call. No? Okay. Have you ever had a painful experience that you recalled while self-pleasuring yourself?
Like it happened to me while I was doing it, or
no. Like say, like you experienced something painful, and it was maybe not confusing, but it was like, ooh, like wow, that hurt, but like in a good way, and like, and then have you ever like in your spank bank of like, yeah, fucking, they're like, it just kind of wafted over from like a fantasy of sex to like that time you burned yourself.
I do recall one time, just because it's still like really weird to me, but I was like in the middle of,
flogging the dolphin.
Yeah. Slobbing the knob. Spanking the monkey. You've never heard that before?
Well, that's sucking dick.
Oh.
I've heard that as like, I was sucking dick in the slobbing the knob for me is fucking sucking dick.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I was jerking off. But I remember thinking about, I guess...
I'm just going to interject, like, I don't know how Boss Lady fucking looks us in the eye at work anymore.
I know, right? After listening to this shit. Oh my God.
So sorry, Boss Lady, but like, you listen. I'm sorry.
I feel like it's like not worse for me, but just because, like you said, I'm such a nice, likable guy.
Just seeing the fucking dark inner decay of your mind. This is like, oh my God. Yeah, I think I'm par for the course with her. Like, she's like, yeah, I know you're fucked up. Yeah, sure. You're a fucking weirdo. But not my Jake. Not my sweet boy.
But yeah, I remember doing that one time, and there was one time I've always been like fascinated by like when I break bones and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I remember one time I had a compound fracture in my arm. Sorry, this arm. And the bone was sticking out.
I can't see which arm anyway, it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. Well, I actually have a little scar from where the bone poked out still. But, compound fracture, bone exits the skin and stuff like that. And for some reason, I started thinking about that, and I just fucking, like, came. Huh. And I remember...
Like, you penetrating yourself.
God, I wish.
So meta.
But yeah, every time I've broken a bone, I've always been fascinated by the resetting of it.
The knitting.
Yeah, and it's just like...
It's crazy.
I remember, like, I broke the pinky bone in the hand on my right hand once, and the doctor was like, okay, like, we're going to reset it. It's going to hurt. Would you like anesthetic? I'm like, no. Yeah. And they'd be all like, oh, you can look away. Like, it's probably better if you look away. I was like, no, I want to watch it.
Yeah.
And shit like that. Like, even with the compound fracture, they had to, like, fucking cut open a little bit, pull the fucking arm.
Yeah.
And shit like that. And it's just like, oh, I fucking loved all that. Mm-hmm. And shit like that. And I remember my friend had broken his nose once, and I went with him to the doctor's.
Let me watch.
I was like, can I watch them reset it? He's like,
I'm going to masturbate.
But like, even because I have problems with my knees and shit like that, sometimes they swell up.
Yeah.
And when they get really bad, I'll go to the doctor and they'll like drain it and shit like that. And I fucking love that.
You ever
shit.
get like the cortisone shit or whatever?
I haven't gotten a cortisone shot, but it's just.
Shit's painful. They get deep.
But I remember the first time I had it drained, the doctor was like, oh, they do anesthetic for that too. And it's like, oh, just lay back, we'll do it, blah, blah, blah. And I asked them, oh, can I watch? And like, what? He's like, yeah, can I watch? They're like, oh, okay. And they like go into my knee.
What the fuck?
Yeah. No, that's like kind of what they said. Like, you're the first person that has ever asked, like, if you could, or like wanted to watch it. I'm like,
yeah.
That shit just fascinates me, man.
Yeah, it's a safer. I would remember, like, they used to think I was so fucked up when I was a kid because anytime we went to the doctor and I got like shots or needles or anything painful at me, I would just fucking laugh. And like my dad would have, I don't know why it was always him, but they would always just be like, "What the fuck is wrong with this kid, dude?" Yeah, because I would just start cracking the fuck up. Like, they'd be like, needle, and I'd be like watching it, and I'm like, and they're just like, you okay? I'm like, no, yeah, I'm fine. Like, yeah, I would just, even as a kid, you just like, pain was like, it hurt, and I wasn't processing it, as I obviously, like, an adult now processing pain, but like, it was still interesting.
Yeah.
And it was still like, ooh.
Yeah.
Even though I was like, oh, fuck, the fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Like, oh, fuck.
It's like,
it
this
was
is you.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And I've always inflicted pain on myself, even as a kid. Like my earliest memory was of trying to stick one of my mom's bobby pins into a light socket.
Oh.
Like a fucking wall outlet.
Yeah.
And she fucking stopped me before I get it done. But it was just like, that's like my earliest memory. Like I was in a crib. Like through the bars of the crib reaching to the fucking wall socket. And it was like, no.
Oh, shit.
But it's always been like, ooh, what's that gonna do?
Yeah.
And like putting out matches with my fingertips or like, I used to play with G.I. Joes and I would melt fucking Bic pens. Because like it would be like a candle.
Yeah.
It would stay lit and the plastic would like drip off into these fucking crazy hellacious like that hot pizza cheese on your fucking skin. Like you can't wipe it because it just sticks.
Yeah.
And it would like I would drip it onto them and be like, fireball. And it would like, because they were plastic and it's plastic, it would like melt on their face and all that shit. And it would inevitably hit my fucking hand. And then I would start like, I'm going to put the G.I. Joe down. And just melt this pen over my hand. And it would be like that sizzle of like, and it was just fucking intense. But it was so short-lived, you know, because it like instantly cools and it's like, if you don't fuck with it, you just peel it off and there's no blister, there's no nothing, and it's like, you know, candle wax, that type of shit. It was, but as it hit the fucking skin and that fucking sizzle, and then like, oh shit, I could take that. Yeah. Like, I'm experiencing this. I'm not, like, freaking out. I'm inflicting it on myself. It's known, you know. And I try to do that with my girls. Not drip fucking hot shit on them. I want to clarify that. I'm not fucking torturing my small children. But, like, when they get hurt, I try to, like make them focus. You know, like, okay, look, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. This is your body. Look at it. Like, it's okay. Like, it's look, okay. It's a fucking, you know, and I joke around, like, oh, no, the bone, I can see it. Yeah. And, like, get them to laugh and stuff like that. But it's like, it's not that bad. It's your body. It's okay. Yeah. You know, like, it's just a scratch. It's just a fucking thing. Like, just breathe. Focus. And feel it. And it's going to go away. And it's going to be okay. You know, like, and there's not, I mean, they still, you know, they're fucking little kids, you know, but it's starting to get a little better when this shit happens. And, like, even my little one's just a fucking tough nut, dude. Like, she's like, fuck, and, like, fall over and be like, I'm okay. like pop up, fine. Like, and you could see that it now started like, okay, it's a scratch. I've experienced this before. I know what it is. And it's like, because a lot of that, especially for kids, it's fear. You know, you're like, oh shit, I'm bleeding. Yeah. I'm fucking scratched. It fucking hurts. What the fuck is going on? Yeah. But now, as they're getting older, it's like, I scratched my knee. And you're learning through the pain that it's familiar. And I'm not saying that it's pleasurable for them, but that's the start of it, of like, knowing that this is your body, this pain is familiar, and you can control it, how you react to it. And it's like, it's just a scratch. It's going to heal. You're going to be fine. Like, you don't have to freak out about it. You know, like, even though you're not the one that caused this, like, it had happened on accident, like, it's your body to control how you react. Yeah. And just breathe. It's okay. You know, like, and that's, like, how it started for me. It was like, the pain started to become, like, less and less of, like, when shit happened, like, fucking fucked up. And and then it's like, okay, now let me just, like this is fucking crazy. Like, you know, because I don't have the reaction anymore to, like, pain like that. When, like, shit happens, it's like, I cut my fucking arm all crazy one time. And, like, I could see the fat. Like, it was that deep. Like, the fucking cut and the scar is fucking huge. It's all tatted over. But, and it was like, oh, shit. This is crazy. Yeah. And I was all hopped up on fucking energy juice. And I fucking passed out. It was a trip. I've only passed out like twice in my life. We talked about that once, but this was the second time, and I was at work. I cut the fucking arm. I had taken one of these fucking red line, fucking like it's like a 5-hour energy, but like on fucking crack. And you're only supposed to drink half of it, but I had chugged the whole fucking thing because I wasn't sleeping. I'd get up. I had to be at work at like 5 in the morning and shit. So like. So I chugged this thing, and I'm all fucking amped up. I cut my fucking arm. It's like bleeding all over the place. And before it started bleeding, though, I could see the yellow fat.
Yeah.
And it was just like...
That white shit. Before it starts.
Yeah, it was just like... And then it started like bleeding, and I was just like, fuck. And I just grabbed a rag, and I put it on, and everybody's like, what the fuck? Like, and they pieced out to go get it. One dude went to get he was like, I gotta get the keys to the truck. We gotta take you to the fucking...
Yeah.
The urgent care, blah, blah. You know, because we had, like... it was a construction company, so they had, like... You had to go, and because they would like piss test you and all that shit, so they'd make sure because they would pay for it, but they had to like make sure that you weren't fucking drugged up and did it or whatever. So I'm sitting in this fucking chair, and I'm like alternating like compression and then like looking at it, and then like I was just like losing blood, not like a crazy amount. I wasn't like fucking gushing like from a heavy wound, but it was like I had this fucking energy shit coursing through me. And I was like.
You could feel
a little lightheaded. And so all I remember is I fucking went I started falling forward, and then it's like completely black. And all I hear is, Aaron, get up. Aaron, get up. And I come to, and I literally just like fell over, and I'm like on my knees and on my head. And still holding my arm. And so I let go, and I, like, get up, and there's nobody fucking there.
Oh.
Like, there's nobody around me. There's nobody there to tell me to, like, I was in my own head telling myself to get up. But I remember, like, audibly hearing, like, Aaron, get up.
Yeah.
And when I get up, I'm still, like, alone in the fucking, like, the fucking warehouse. So I'm just like, and then this girl comes in, and she didn't know what was going on. She just walked in the door, like, as I was getting up. And I'm like, are you just calling my name? And she's like, what? I just walked in the door. And I was just like, oh, shit. Like, I was fucking calling my own name, I guess. Like, it was a fucking trip. And then, like, the first thing, the doctor actually called my boss, who was my cousin. Because the first thing I did when I got there was like, can you save her head? The tattoo? He's like, this motherfucker didn't give a shit about the fucking wound. Like, he was fine. He was just like, can you stitch it so that it's not fucked up? Which he didn't do. Her head's all fucked up. But, yeah, I by the time I got back, he's like, did you fucking tell the doctor that can you save the fucking tattoo? And I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, that's what I was worried about. Like, fucking, he's like, you got like a fucking 4-inch gash in your fucking arm, and you don't even fucking. I'm like, well, I don't know. It's fucking. What do you want me to do? I'm not gonna fucking. Okay.
The cut's gonna go away. The tattoo's forever.
Yeah, dude. Fuck, man. I fucking paid money for this shit. God damn it. What do you fucking want from me? Have you ever had any, like, horribly deep lacerations?
I actually had one kind of like that on my leg. What was I doing? I was in high school.
Seriously masturbating?
Nah, I wish. But
so fast it comes.
Oh, I forget what I was doing. It was something stupid.
Of course.
But I hit fucking... There's a brick wall that I was climbing over. Oh! I used to think I could do parkour and shit like that.
Parkour.
But yeah, I remember jumping from one like wall that was like maybe 10 feet up to another lower wall that was like maybe a couple feet below, but still like 7-8 feet from the ground. And I remember landing with one foot on the top of the wall, but the other one just like square right onto the edge. Just I actually cracked my shin.
A cinder block wall?
Yeah. I cracked my shin, but I also had like this, maybe I want to say like maybe 3-inch wide or long across my shin, and it went down to the bone.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and that was how I knew, like, oh, it's like that white before it starts gushing, because that's what I saw. I was like,
your body's like, what the fuck just happened?
I fucking like, because there was like a little flat area on the top of the wall that I was jumping to, so I like toppled forward onto the little landing, and I rolled over and like got myself, fully onto the thing. And my friends were all asking if I was okay, and I was just looking at that cut, and I was like, oh.
Did you want to finger it at all?
I was tempted to. Yeah, I really was tempted to. I wanted to, like, just touch it and see what it felt like. But then, like, I stared at it, and then a couple seconds later, then the blood started, like,
gushing like a
motherfucker.
Gushers. Remember those fucking candies?
I fucking love that shit. Haven't tried them recently, though.
Do they even still make those?
I don't know. I don't see a lot of the candies that I used to eat as a kid. It's hard to find lemon heads, even.
Yeah, those are good. You know what's even better than a lemon head, though, is those fucking super lemons. That Japanese fucking candy.
Huh.
They're like lemon heads on fucking crack.
Oh, I think you told me about these before.
Yeah, they're like, they come in like a bag.
Yeah,
they're individually wrapped. And they have like that Liechtenstein fucking, like, that pop art.
Yeah.
Like girl that's like, oh, he didn't call. And it's like the dots. It's kind of like got that girl face on the thing. And the bag is, and then it's like you open the bag, and then inside they're like individually wrapped, and they're like lozenge size fucking things, and they got like the citric acid on the outside. They're yellow with the fucking white dust.
Yeah.
And they're fucking sour as fuck. Like, it's legit straight up citric acid on the outside. So it hits your mouth, you're like, oh.
Dries it out.
Yeah, you're like, oh, fuck. But yeah, they're fucking good as shit. They sell them out here. They're fucking, it's like a Japanese candy, but.
Or like Don Quixote?
Probably. Like, my wife would, when she came here, she would, like, bring them back.
Oh.
When we lived on the mainland.
Maybe at, like, some crack seed stores.
Yeah, probably somewhere. Like, they're that's all they're called. Fuck, dude, I'm fucking burping it up.
Yeah.
They're called Super Lemon.
Super Lemon.
They're fucking good, dude. If you like lemon heads, you're gonna fucking
love
those. But I think the worst fucking laceration I had was, I fucking had so many, dude. Can't even count. Like, you can't see most of the scars anymore because they're all fucking tattooed over. Yeah. But I have this one. It's on my fucking, like, I guess you would call it, like, it's like my hip. I'm trying to feel it. It's like hip, but like upper butt cheek.
Oh, okay.
Hip, and then like kind of over to the side.
Uh-huh.
It's a fucking. I did it to myself, but not like intentionally.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of knives. I've always got like collected knives, have knives, whatever. I had just bought this fucking like. It looks like a little hatchet, but it kind of came to an upswept point.
Uh-huh.
So I had that. It was on my nightstand at the time. I'm living in Baltimore with a bunch of other dudes. It's fucking nights. I'm sleeping because I had to get up early for work, and the roommates had gone out fucking drinking. And this one dude who did not live there, he like comes up to my room and he's like, like fucking banging on the fucking door, and I'm just like, go the fuck away, And he's just like, get up, like just being a dick. He's drunk, So I fucking open the door, and I grab the fucking knife, I unfucking sheath it, and I open the door just to I was pissed, but I was fucking with him.
Yeah.
I open the door, I'm like, get the fuck, and he's like, woo, woo, and he fucking runs. So I just I don't know why I could have just closed the door and got back to sleep, but I'm like, I'm gonna chase this motherfucker. I run down the stairs, I fucking turn the corner, and I had, I hit myself. I hit myself, and I kept running, and I'm like, where the fuck is he? Where the fuck is he? And everybody's down in the living room, and the front door's open. They're hanging out. They're, smoking outside. I'm like, where the fuck is he? And they're like, who the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, fucking so-and-so. They're like, I don't know. He fucking ran this way. And I'm like, all right. Fucking whatever. Fuck it, And I'm not pissed anymore, whatever. Yeah. And then I go to step back, and I'm just in my boxers. And I step back, and I step in, and I, slip.
Ah. blood.
And I was just like, I looked down and I was like, what the fuck is there blood on the floor? And then I feel the blood on me, like it's dripping down my leg.
Yeah.
And I put my hand back, and I feel like the warm, sticky fucking blood, and I'm like, why the fuck am I bleeding?
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I go to my friend, and I turn around, and I'm like, hey man, am I fucking, like, what the fuck is going on back here? And he looks, and I'm like, hey, what is it? And I turn back around, and he's like, oh. Like, he's visibly like, oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, is it bad? And then that's when my finger, like, slips in to it. And I'm like, oh, I'm inside myself. And then I'm like, I should probably go to the doctor's.
Yeah, probably.
And my one roommate is like, he's the only one that had a car. And he's like, all right, don't fucking lean up and shit. Like, don't get blood everywhere. Because I'm like fucking bleeding.
Yeah.
Like, there was like a puddle of blood on the floor.
Oh, shit.
And so they get me to the fucking doctor and the emergency room. And they lay me on the table. And the doctor's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. You know, and I'm not like in shock. I'm not in it. They're like, there's no pain.
Yeah.
Right? So what had happened is that when I turned that corner, I swung back with my arm. And when I came back, the hit I felt was that tip of that knife going into my fucking body.
Oh, shit.
Like it was like brand new fucking razor scalpel sharp. And so when I felt my fist hit my body, it was because the rest of the knife was inside of me. Right?
Oh,
and I was just like, and it was just that quick, in and out. And I kept going down the stairs. And so he's like, yeah, this is real deep. Like, you sure I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I don't even really feel it. And he put his fucking finger inside because he's trying to, like, gauge
where,
if there's any debris in there, like, doing shit like that. They're cleaning it out and stuff. He pulls his finger out and he shows me, because the mark of blood on his fucking glove. And this fucking thing was to his, like, second knuckle.
Jeez.
Like, his pointer finger was almost completely inside of me. So it was like a good, like, 3 inches.
Jeez.
Like, in my fucking body. And I was just like, oh, shit. He's like, so the bad news is that I don't have any styptic powder or any, like, lancing stuff, so I'm going to have to use silver nitrate fucking things, which are basically, like, these, they look like matches. With silver nitrate on the thing, and when they come in contact with the fucking blood and the fucking little, like, the vesicles or whatever they are, the fucking little blood, not veins, but just, like, the little, whatever.
The little capillaries.
Yeah, capillaries. It reacts, like, chemically and solders it shut. Like, cauterizes it. Like, chemically. And so, he's doing that, and I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, buddy. I'm like, that is intense, because it's like the inside your body chemical burn, like, that's the only thing that fucking hurt. And I was just like, holy shit, like, oh wow, that's fucking intense, dude. Like, he's like, yeah, this is gonna suck. And I was like, yeah,
this kind of sucks.
That's not great, but it's like, it's at the same time, I'm like, that's interesting though. It's very. And then they had to, like, sew me from the bottom up, because it was so deep. They had to, like, put sutures inside and then close it. It was, that's like the deepest fucking. It was pretty crazy. But it was like, that's why a sharp knife is always important, people. Because it's just going to in and out, clean. You're not going to feel much pain. It's just going to...
Especially if it's super sharp.
Whoa, baby.
Because it probably just cuts through those fucking nerve endings.
Dude, it was like, I didn't even know what the fuck happened. Like, it was just like one and done.
Yep.
Cutting is always... like the sound you can hear sometimes... when you get cut, like, you know, like, you ever, like, drop something metal in a pool, and even though your head is above water, you can hear, like, ting.
Yeah.
It's, like, through, like, the vibrations through your body.
Yeah.
I felt that way with, like, cuts where it's, like, I can't actually hear it, but it's, like, through, like, bone conduction or whatever. It's just, like, that, it's, like, that slight... like, tear and, like, cut of, like, slowly using scissors to cut through paper. That, like, fucking sound of, like... That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had any lacerations that bad.
I got left at the fucking hospital, too, like a fucking chump.
Yeah?
Fucking dude who took me there, like, fucking boned out. I had to walk home. Mind you, I'm in my boxers.
Yeah.
I had to walk 6 blocks back to my fucking apartment.
Jesus Christ.
And they went to sleep. And I had to fucking bang and yelling, hey, motherfucker!
Jeez. Let me in!
Yeah, pretty much. I look like a fucking... Like a true fucking degenerate, like... Walking home in my boxers with a fucking bandage on my back, like... Through the fucking streets of Baltimore is not a fucking safe place.
Mm.
Murder capital of the world.
Of the world?
Not the world, but it was like the United States for a while. I think it was.
Yeah, the world.
Yeah. Through the world. Back-to-back world champs. We've got so many serial killers.
We're number one in everything.
Yeah. Obesity. Stupidity. Killing each other. Yeah, we got all the good
healthcare
stuff.
premiums.
Yeah, hello. You want to step to this? Stupid if we inflict pain on ourselves. Think what we'll do to you. Well, I don't know. I keep forgetting that we need to, like, do a fucking spot in the middle.
Oh.
Like, I keep forgetting to, like
promo
interject
kind of
something
thing, or
in the middle
oh.
so that we can cut it in later.
Yeah.
But, let's just not talk about it. I'll put it in.
Okay.
Actually, fuck it. We got a new one, too. I forgot to tell you about.
Oh.
We got we're going to put a promo. It'll be in there. And, you'll have heard it just like last time. You'll have heard it before.
Before we're
this.
talking about it.
So it's like Back to the Future style fucking...
Who is it this time?
But I was contacted. Somebody put through Twitter. It was Murder and Myths.
Oh, okay.
It's a couple of ladies who do a podcast about murder and myths, and they talk about murders, and then one of them likes to talk about myths.
Like what kind of myths?
Tie it together, like myth, like mythological, like
like Greek mythology.
Yeah, like that kind of.
Oh,
myths.
okay.
This is Kimberly.
And I'm Kristen, hosts of the Murder and Myths podcast.
In our podcast, we tackle a common theme and bring you 2 stories. One of true crime, where I discuss murder and unsolved cases.
And one of mythology, where I delve into the darker side of Norse, Egyptian, and other lesser-known mythos.
You can find us on Twitter at Murder and Myths and our website, murderandmyths.com.
Our new episodes are available on Apple Podcast, Stitcher, and Spotify. So please leave us a review and let us know what you think.
And don't forget, come for the murder
and stay for the myths.
And of course, we're always going to put in the W files.
Absolutely.
Because, like, we're basically the same people. We're like, it's the same podcast. Just 2 different. Sisters from different misters.
Yeah.
How do you feel about witches? How about aliens? Or maybe some messed up government experiments?
If you have a fascination with the weird, wild, wacky, or just downright what the things that go on in this world of ours, then you've come to the right place.
Join us on Tuesdays when we discuss all of this and more on the W Files podcast.
To listen and find out more, you can pop on over to our website at wfilespodcast.com.
Adieu, W Crew!
So those promos will be in there, and you're listening to this after the promos, so it's so meta. I don't even know if I'm using that right. Probably not.
I don't know. It's like the word ironic. You can use it however the fuck you want, I guess.
Like Freya on your wedding day. It's not ironic.
Or the word literally. There you go. It's like the word literally.
You're literally going to hear this after the promo.
Like literally.
Literally. I'm literally dying right now. I mean, if you want to like say though, we are actually literally dying right now.
With every breath.
As soon as you were born,
you start
dying. So, to all you white Ugg boot wearing fucking pumpkin spice latte. Oh my god! Did you fucking hear about the? Sorry for the.
What?
I banged the table, but So pumpkin spice latte season is upon us.
Ooh!
Oh, be still my beating heart.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I like a pumpkin spice latte. I'm a basic bitch.
Can I get whipped cream on that shit, girl? Fuck. But they have released pumpkin spice spam.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, it's the real thing. At least I think it's a real thing.
I don't believe that. Why?
Because fucking spam, dude. You know, why not?
Why would you destroy it like that?
I mean, destroy it, or it's already fucking spam.
Yeah, well, I love spam. But
the pumpkin spice phenomenon died Wednesday at the age of 16. The cause of death was the existence of pumpkin spice spam. A publicist for Hormel Foods Corporation confirmed to NBC News on Wednesday that the company will begin selling a limited edition run of pumpkin spice spam online at walmart.com and spam.com on September 23rd.
Now I'm just curious.
I mean, like pumpkin spiced meat?
Yeah. Like...
And I'm using the word meat loosely. Like, I don't but it's like... I don't know. It's just those flavors
pumpkin
are like...
spice? I don't know how I feel about that.
Fallpocalypse. That's a pretty...
It's Fallpocalypse.
As if some stupid idiot was like, there's not even pumpkin in it. And it's like, it's pumpkin spice. Because the spice is used in pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
So, take your head out of your ass. It's just spices.
I'm curious.
It's not
to see how it tastes.
Pumpkin flavoring.
Yeah.
It's not how it's whatever. But I just think like cinnamon and nutmeg and like all this. I guess ham, like it's you do the sweet stuff with like the cloves and the cinnamon and honey.
Spam tastes nothing like ham.
No, but I mean, not at all. But I mean, that's what the word spam comes from, is fucking spiced ham.
Oh, really? I thought it was spare parts of animal meat.
Well, that's what people fucking, that's like what people call it.
Oh.
That's not actually what Hormel was thinking.
Oh.
I don't think it's the fucking smushing up of spiced and ham.
Oh, okay.
So it's spam.
Cool.
Spiced ham. Fuck, I could be wrong. You could be right. I don't know. Spare parts of animal meat. But there's only one animal in it.
Pig.
I guess. Spare pig animal meat.
Oh.
Spare pig and muscle. Which is just meat. I had to
know.
fucking tell my mom that when I was younger.
But
she did not know that muscle was meat.
Really?
Yeah. She wasn't the brightest.
Huh.
Not that she's not alive. She's just not mentally with us anymore.
No.
But, yeah, she thought there was, like, skin, fat, meat, muscle. Like it was another layer.
Ah.
I was like, no, it's muscle. She's like,
muscle
no.
is the meat.
Muscle is the meat. Soy the greatest people.
Soy the greatest people. Charlton Heston. Charlton Heston.
Get your paws off me, you damn dirty ape. And let me eat these people. Why was he the go-to apocalypse guy?
I don't know. He was just that guy at that time.
Was
it only post-apocalyptic though?
No, not only. I mean, I'm sure he did Ben-Hur.
Yeah,
that was not post-apocalyptic. I never thought he was that good of an actor.
No.
I mean, it's like,
well, a lot of like famous actors from back then I didn't think were good actors. Like John Wayne, I don't think John Wayne's a good actor.
Yeah, I mean,
people fucking love John Wayne. People fucking love the shit out of him.
The Duke.
Yeah.
I think it was more of like, that's a fucking man's man.
Oh.
You know, it was like, that's the epitome of man. That was like, because like back in the day, that was like, no emotion.
Yeah.
Fucking get the job done.
True grit.
Yeah. You fucking rooster cockbird.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know, like, I don't take no shit from nobody. Yeah, it's a fucking man. And then they go cry in their fucking garage. Was that a man? Oh, fuck. Why am I like this?
Yeah, a lot of those actors who were famous, I didn't think were very great.
Yeah, I mean, there was good actors back then, but I think they were all fucking stupid.
Mm.
What if they have? You want to hear, I had a fucking story idea I think that would be good for, So, kicking around the idea of starting an episodic serial fucking podcast, like, it would be in this universe.
Yeah.
Of Mouthfuls of Madness, as far as, like, I'm not going to, like, start another fucking podcast and take... It's just going to be like, this episode is going to be this. So I've been writing down, like, ideas. I have one idea of, like, a carnival that, like, travels the country.
Okay.
And needs human blood, bones, and meat and energy to keep everything running.
Huh.
Right? So it's like... So they're like randomly killing patrons and butchering them and capturing the released electricity into batteries.
Oh, okay.
And then mixing the blood into a concoction that greases the machinery and runs the vehicles. And then they use the meat to feed the workers and then is also sold at the concession stands.
Well, would you use the blood to lubricate the gears? Or would you use like...
That's what I'm saying. Like the blood is mixed with like
fat
shit to like, make...
Because I feel like the fat would probably be a better lubricant than...
Yeah, it is. Fucking lube you up with Crisco. Fuck yeah. Why is there Crisco everywhere? Shut up! It was a long time! Don't judge me. And also, actually, let's just keep going for a little bit, and then we can put the promos in where I talked about the promos.
All right, yeah.
I got some fucked up questions.
All right.
So, we already did that one. We talked about the sexy animal one. Okay. If your animal was sick, okay,
all right,
and had no vet access, could you kill it with your bare hands to keep it from suffering?
Oh.
Or would you just make it comfortable until it died?
It's funny that you bring this up because I've actually put down one of my own dogs. Not with my bare hands, but like... Honestly, I think I could. Because this dog was like the leader of the pack and shit like that.
Leader of the pack. Ooh.
I had him for... My mom bought him, or my mom inherited him from my auntie after she passed. I want to say I was 1 or 2. But, my best friend growing up and stuff like that. And then one time we were out walking in the woods, he slipped off a log, fell onto a rock, broke his back.
Oh, shit.
And, we kept him around for like a couple weeks and stuff like that. We'd have to lift him up with a towel so he could like walk towards whatever and stuff like that. And this dog never bitten any of us in his life. But there was one day I'd gone to like help him up to try and like, get him to his food and water and stuff like that. And he just like nipped me really quick. Just.
Oh, yeah, that's that animal, baby.
Yeah.
You're hurting me, huh?
Yeah. And I just dropped him and I looked at him and like, it wasn't like anger or anything like that. It was like, I guess since I'd known this dog for so long, it's like, okay, like he wants me to, or he just wants to end it. He just wants the pain to stop and stuff like that.
It's too much now.
Yeah. And I went and told my mom and stuff like that, and she's like, okay, we'll take him to the vet, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, no, I don't want his last moments to be with somebody he doesn't know.
Yeah.
And shit like that. So I grabbed my gun, went out into the woods.
Look into the sun, baby.
He fucking drug himself out there. And I spent a couple minutes with him for the last...
Give him that last, like, respect.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, you know what? You want this? You come
fucking
get it.
knew.
Yeah.
He knew.
He knew. Absolutely. He knew and I knew. I think that's just, that ESP or whatever they call it.
Smell it.
But yeah. So you called out there and boom.
Fuck, dude.
But honestly, if the pet was in enough pain, I could.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I've had too many animals fucking get hit by cars and fucking shit that, like, I don't want to, like, just... Because I feel the same way, dude. If that's, like, irreparable, dude, just fucking just put me down, dude.
Yeah, because I remember this is actually the cause of a breakup that I had. I had hit a cat going over the Pali Highway.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit. Like, I gotta stop, check on this animal, and stuff like that. And it was still alive and stuff like that. And my girlfriend at the time, it was like gutted open. Like entrails hanging out. Like just destroyed. But still like, alive. And still like meowing and stuff like that.
That's fucking rough.
And in pain and stuff. And she's like, oh my gosh, like we gotta take it to the vet. I was like, no. So there's nothing a vet's gonna be able to do.
Just gotta curb stomp this bitch.
Yeah. So I just took it, or like knelt down by it, grabbed its head and its shoulders, and it real quick. And she...
I mean, there's no saving it.
Yeah. Part. But she was not happy with me about that. Because I feel like if I could do it with an animal that's just in pain, I feel like I'd be able to do it with a pet as well.
Yeah. Just some random animal that you can do with somebody you loved.
I mean, I shot my own fucking dog.
Yeah. Cold-hearted. No, you're such a nice guy. I didn't really want to go this way.
I'm such a nice guy. I want to help you end your suffering.
Yeah, that's the nicest guy.
Yeah.
Like, come on. So, in that same vein of not knowing something, you're in Nazi Germany. The SS is out to get you and your family.
Yes.
You have to hide into some little attic, like the Anne Frank. Right? They're coming for you.
Yes.
They're coming for your family. When you hide in this attic, there's another family. And with that family, there's a baby. And this baby won't shut up. This baby is endangering your life, the life of your loved ones. It's inconsolable.
Yeah.
The baby will not shut up. Would you kill that baby to save the family?
See, I think I'm just too much of like a... I think I could. But I think in doing that, there'd be too much of a ruckus caused by it, Like
the family would be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Because no family in their right mind is going to like let some dude just come in and kill their baby without a fight or anything like that,
That's true.
Because I feel like even if I did that, there'd be so much noise coming from that whole commotion. They're going to get you anyway.
That's a point. That's a good, valid point.
Yeah.
You just push those motherfuckers to the front and be like, get them!
Yep. These are the ones you're looking for!
These are the Jews you're looking for. Yeah, I think, like... I mean, that's a rough thing, like the fucking smush out a baby.
Yeah.
That's rough, but it's like, it's you or the baby.
Yeah.
And this baby don't know shit.
Yep. And it's my survival.
You'd have to take them all out.
The thing is, would I be able to do that without making any noise?
Yeah. You gotta go all fucking...
Ninja.
It would take too long to fucking kill them all. The baby's still crying because you gotta take them out, the older ones first, and then you can kill the baby, and then it's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
You're like, what's that? And then like, don't all told the baby, you fucking... Or you let, like, one of your family members, like, let them try to console the baby, and then you secretly fucking snap necks.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And then you fucking kill the baby. And then your family's like, what the fuck? Hey, man.
Then they start yelling at me, so I start fucking killing them.
Then you gotta kill your whole fucking family. And then you're like, and then the Nazis are like, yo, bro, we're impressed. Like, we want you on our team. Hardcore. You're the man. And then you become a high-ranking SS officer, and your life is good.
Become one of Hitler's bodyguards.
Fuck, yeah. And then you could, you live in the good life until, he kills himself and everybody gets murdered.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoopsie.
But yeah, I feel in that scenario there'd just be too much commotion for it to even be a viable thing,
that's true. I had a thought and it escaped me.
It's those brain farts.
Fuck!
Man. You're so gassy.
Damn it. My brain is so gassy. Oh boy.
Yeah. That's why a lot of people say I'm hard to ask hypotheticals to.
Yeah.
Because I pick them apart.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the same way. Like, I just, like, I think of so many, like, my fucking brain just, like, goes to all those places. I'm like, well, what about this? And what about that?
Yeah.
Like, what about this? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you could do this. You could do it this way. What if you did it this way?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, we get a lot of what ifs from Ashley.
Oh, yeah?
And, I'll fucking pick them apart. like this. Oh, the breakdown was pretty good on that one. Like, oh, there's a fucking... I know what it was. It was there's a fucking... I don't know how good it is, but there's a supposed, like, psychopath scenario.
Okay.
That is, it's supposed to, like, rate your way of thinking. And if you think of the correct answer...
You're a psychopath.
Yeah. Like, you're a psychopath.
Okay.
I don't know if it's actually... It's not like a scientific fucking test. I'm sure, like, doctors aren't like, I'm going to pose this question to you. You're a psychopath.
Mm.
But the scenario is a woman goes to her mother's funeral.
All right.
At this funeral, there's a man she does not know, but is instantly attracted to. And she is enamored with this man. She does not know who he is. And after the funeral, she never sees him again. And then weeks later, this woman kills her father.
Okay.
What is her reasoning behind it?
To see the guy again.
Boom. You're a psychopath.
What?
See, because it's supposed to be like that most quote unquote normal people would just be like, oh, well, she's crazy and she fucking killed her dad or whatever.
Like
she's
losing
distraught.
her mom.
Yeah, like she lost her mind. And to think of the reason of like, this bitch killed her father just to see this guy again, because the thinking is like, well, she was at my mother's funeral. Why wouldn't he be at my father's funeral? So I'll kill my father so I can see him again. That's the thing. See, it was like that quick. It's like, well, see the fucking guy again, of course. Like, duh. It's a love connection.
Well, was that too quick?
Stand in the way of love.
Even if you have to lock them in the basement.
But any means necessary.
Yeah.
Destiny is destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is there... I don't know. Yeah, that was my first...
Yeah, to see the guy again.
See the guy again. Duh.
I hope I phrased that right. I mean, I don't know if I made it too easy, but I think that was the gist of the question. But that's like... yeah, that's fucking supposedly like a... Because I think it's just to skew your... Like, to see you, like...
How you think.
Because she's clearly a psychopath.
Yeah.
Like, the only reason she killed her father was to see this guy again. Like, there's no malice, there's no... It was just like, well, I'll kill him because he's going to show up at the funeral because he was at my mom's funeral.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's just like, does your shirt glow? Oh, no, that's your fucking thing.
Yeah.
I was like, dude.
Power of the
fucking tripping balls, bro. Shit. I don't remember getting high, bro.
High on life.
Fuck, dude. This water is laced.
Hydroflask
is tainted.
For the body.
Shit, dude.
Oh, man. There has to be other, like, scenario questions like that, right? There's bound to be a bunch of them.
I wonder.
Oh, do you have a bunch of them written down? Or? Oh. Because I've never taken a Rorschach test, but I've always wondered, like, how that shit's supposed to work, you know?
Ooh, questions you can only answer if you're a psychopath.
Ooh, okay.
So this is the first time I've ever been on Reddit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't fucking
see a lot of beautiful women on there.
Oh, what the fuck? There's not even
a lot of good-looking guys.
Post as archives? What the fuck this? Let's see. This psychopath test riddles? That's oh, that's the first one that comes up.
What, the Reddit one?
No, the fucking...
Oh, the one that you just did?
Yeah. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, fuck. What the fuck? How do websites work? Oh, yeah. So, a woman is at her mother's funeral, and suddenly she sees a man so handsome she instantly falls in love with him. Unfortunately, she never got a chance to talk to the man. The next day, the woman kills her sister. What was the motive? Oh, yeah. That's so, yeah, it's like... That's it? That's the fucking...
That's the only one?
That's the only one?
That can't be the only one. God damn it, Reddit. Get on that shit.
I actually took one the other day. It was like a legit...
Like test?
Yeah, it was like one of those, like, I don't think... It wasn't fucking real. Like, it tried to pass itself off as like a legit fucking thing, but it was like... You know, answering questions, like, of those...
Which Riverdale character are you? Kind of stuff.
I'm Jughead! No, but it was in the vein of, like, that fucking, like, do you feel, like, do you manipulate people? Often? Not often? Very often? You know, like, one of those fucking things, and it's supposed to, like, how you answer is, like, you're a psychopath. Or a sociopath, or whatever. But I don't like the way they phrase the thing, because they always give that split fucking answer as one of the fucking choices, where it's like, it's either you don't,
or
you do, or it's like, sometimes, or don't know. Like, how can you
not
put
know
that? Well, you can't put that, because it's skewing the fucking test, because it's, you can't put, don't know has to be its own answer.
Yeah, it does.
Like, you can't put sometimes / don't know, because a lot of the things I chose were sometimes, because I only feel it sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not that I didn't know, but, like, if you click on that one, you're saying, like, oh, it's a 50-50 split of, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But, like, is not knowing and sometimes are not the same thing.
No, they're not.
So it has to be its own fucking thing. But the score was, like, I was, like, 85, like, % on the, like, sections. I was like 85 or 83, and it said it was like 73.45% psychopath or some shit like that. And I guess 75 is like, whoa, you're like a true psychopath, I guess. But that's like I said, like, I don't know how fucking those things are. I would like to take a fucking real...
Like from a would it be a psychiatrist or a psychologist that would do that?
I don't know, I think... Isn't the only difference between those two is that, like, one can prescribe pills?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Like, I think that's...
Psychiatrist.
Yeah, like, I think... I don't know. I don't know what the difference is.
Huh.
I mean, I think the difference is the prescribing medicine, but I don't know which one. Goddamn, we're gonna Google some more shit.
Damn, gotta love technology.
Let's see. Difference
makes gaining info so easy.
I know, right? And like sometimes not even the right info.
Yeah. But that's okay.
So
you can believe it.
The difference
it's
between the first site what's the difference between a hurricane and a typhoon? That's not what I want. Psychologist? Psychologist and therapist? A psychologist often works in tandem with a psychiatrist who is also a medical doctor and can prescribe medication. Okay, so a psychiatrist prescribes the medication.
I guess the psychologist is the one that like picks you apart and shit like that.
So there's actually three. So it's a psychologist, a psychiatrist, and then there's a therapist. And a therapist is like to help patients make decisions and clarify their feelings in order to solve problems.
Those are the ones that ask you how you feel about that?
Yeah, so psychologists usually diagnose mental disorders and work with doctors to determine patient medications where a therapist may not. Okay. And a clinical psychologist is a mental health professional who has special training and can diagnose mental illness and identify chronic behavioral problems. So a psychologist would probably be the person you go to like
see if there's
mental illness and like all that stuff.
And they'll probably refer you to a psychiatrist.
And then they dope you on up.
Yep.
I guess therapist, it's kind of the self-explanatory name. It's like therapy.
Yeah.
Therapeutic. I want to do this float shit for sure.
Sensory deprivation?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Really?
Fuck yeah!
You down for that?
Fuck yeah! I don't think we should fucking podcast from a fucking float tank. I think that would be a fucking trip.
Do you know that they're individual chambers, right?
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm just talking about like I wonder if they would let us like have a microphone in there.
I don't know how you'd set that up though.
I wonder if you could like run it. Well, because don't they have like an intercom in those things?
There are speakers, yeah.
Like you can talk to the technician or shit like that. Like
the place where I
need
go,
to get out. There's like if you're freaking out or something.
The place I go, as far as I know, there's no intercom, and the speakers are there more just to like kind of ease you out of the float. So like once your time is up, the music starts softly, and then it like slowly gets louder and louder as the lights pick up and stuff like that.
But there's no like, what if you're having a bad trip? Like you just like bang on the fucking door, or like
the door is you can open it from the inside.
Oh,
yeah. So
you can just get out.
Yeah,
but it's dark as shit in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, it's
you can't see.
Like it's your senses are deprived.
Yeah,
it's right in the name. But I mean, if you're freaking out though, like, are you going to be cognitive enough to like be like, there's a door latch? Like,
I'm not sure. I've never freaked out. I told you before that I do that sensory deprivation flow. Yeah, I've never freaked out. The first time I went, I was a little nervous after, like, in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because it's like, holy shit, where am I?
Yeah.
Where is the door? Where, like, what's around me and stuff like that. But then after, like, a couple minutes, like maybe 5-10 minutes of being in there, you kind of just forget all that. And it's a very trip-like experience. Like, I'm not sure if you've ever done, like, DMT or anything like that. But it's very, like...
acid a couple times. It was more, like, body high and, like, light visuals. So.
It's very, like,
I mean, the basic is, like, your mind has no outside...
Stimulation.
So
it makes its own. Yeah. Yeah. So it could be very...
Which is like my daily life. That's just like a weeknight, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I gotta shut that shit down with movies and stuff. But see, that's what's always not scared me, but interest me in a way, like, dude, I keep that cloud.
Sorry,
No. It's not like, but like, because it's like, I can't see it. It's dark, and then it hits the light. It becomes a shadow. I'm like, what the fuck?
I keep forgetting that.
Like,
the only reason I can see you is because of the laptop light.
yeah, like I can
It's hard.
see you.
Yeah.
But that amorphous cloud,
Ah, I see.
it's against a white,
Yeah.
dark backdrop, and then it hits
Hits
and
the
makes
light.
it like
Yeah.
a shit. And then I'm like, what? It always looks like somebody's fucking coming around the corner. But that's what's always like, okay, like I have all these fucked up thoughts normally on a daily basis with unundated, with other senses, you know, like the outside world and shit like that, and stimuli. Like, what is my fucking warped mind gonna come up with
While you're
while
floating.
it's jerking in on itself? You know, like, it's okay, now I'm free to create uninhibited.
Yeah.
That's what's it's like. Do I want, like, what would happen? Like, I always feel like, is that like the turning point of like, it's the trigger
Yeah.
that like unleashes the fucking
The killing
demon,
spree.
you know what I mean? Yeah, I just fucking you just fucking go nuts.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you know, I don't really think that, honestly, but
Yeah.
like, it's there in my head. Like, what if that's that trigger? Like,
Yeah.
that breaks that wall between me not wanting to get caught and like, just like the inhibition is now like, fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still like, I want to find out.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
I can,
12 dead at a local float. Man found painting himself in the blood of his victims and purring.
Well, everyone experiences it differently. So I know my homie who actually got me into floating, he plays the stock market like crazy. And he'll fucking like just run through that shit in his head and stuff like that. And he'll make like an investment that he thought of doing while he's floating, and he'll just like make bank off of it.
Well, shit, bro.
And, but for me, like, my floating,
it's like his business. Is that cheating? Like, is
I
that
don't know.
like
I don't know,
he's
man.
fucking scam of the market? It's
like everybody experiences
insider
it
trading at its deepest level. Like,
maybe he's like seeing into the future and shit like that. But like for me,
FCC's gonna no, wait, not FCC. What is it? The FE, whatever the fuck. The Federal Trade Commission, whatever those fucking. They're like, hey,
Something.
shut down floating.
yeah, for me, I use it a lot of the times when I go floating. I'll vividly. It's almost like lucid dreaming.
Yeah.
If you've ever lucid dreamt.
No.
Oh, but
I mean, I understand the concept.
yeah,
But I've never.
it's very much like that. But I find that whenever, majority of the time when I go floating, it always circles around, as nerdy as it sounds, the story that I'm writing and shit like that. Like the whole magic in that universe I developed while on a float.
Huh.
The whole history of like these people and stuff like that I developed on a float and stuff like that. And it's just, I think everybody experiences it differently.
Yeah.
Because even the guy who runs it, he says whenever he floats, it's always kind of like a trance-like state for him, where he is almost like an outer body experience, astral projection and shit like that. So that's like 3 people I know who float, who experience things completely differently.
Yeah.
So I think it's just...
It's, I mean, everybody's got a different head,
Yeah.
so it wouldn't
Yeah.
be weird if everybody's like, I saw the same shit you
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Dude, we're connected, bro.
I haven't gone in a while.
I think, since you know these people,
Yeah.
you should, like, make you have contact with them.
Yeah.
Like, see if they'll, like, we can talk to them.
Uh-huh.
Like, interview them and talk about, like, their fucking inside float.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, their shit, like, what's the weirdest shit you've seen in a
Yeah.
float? People fuck. How many times have you had to fucking clean cum out of those fucking
Yeah, I actually thought about doing that in there one time.
Hey,
But-
nobody's watching. You just rub one out into the water. water is very erotic.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, but
I don't know.
No, but seriously, like, I think that would be a fucking dope podcast.
Yeah.
Dude. Like, we could fucking, like, we could talk to them, and then we could float, and then we could fucking talk afterwards.
Oh yeah.
And like, do they open Sundays?
No. That's why I haven't gone on a while. They used to be open Sundays, but then Jeff, the guy who runs it, some shit came up where he's not able to do Sundays anymore because it was just him running the thing on his own. Like, he has his business partner, but she does more of the like finances and all that stuff. Where he's the one who runs the operation.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Damn it.
I could throw the idea at him though. Like, hey, I have this podcast.
Hey, dude, maybe you can open up on a Sunday for us.
Like,
I mean, we'll pay for it. I'll fucking pay for it. I'll try to get like a free float. Say like that would be cool to like see what happens.
Yeah. But I actually haven't gone on a float in a while because, not open on Sundays anymore. And Mondays, I'm always around doing my own shit. I just don't have time to float no more.
We all float down here. What if that dude gets so many fucking references? He's like, shut the fuck up. I get it. I float. I run a float business. I'm not a fucking clown. All right? Like, just get in the fucking tank. Just shut the fuck up. Deprive your senses, motherfucker.
Man, now I want to float.
Yeah.
Since we've been talking about it. Goddamn.
Just want to, like, get a kiddie pool and fucking, just like a bunch of salt and, like, fucking put on a fucking blindfold and some earplugs.
I think the key thing of it, though, is that the water's kept at a body neutral temperature.
Yeah. No, I know there's all. It's like a science. Like, it's like,
so even when you're in it, you don't feel like you're in water.
Plus, they're not like you're not moving.
Yeah.
There's no current. There's no fucking waves. There's no like
still.
Somebody splashing next to you or some shit. Like, yeah, I could super be down to do that. Well.
Ooh, that picked up.
2:30. There we go. There's the 2:30 mark. All right. Okay. So it's been another super fantabulous podcast.
Mm-hmm.
As far as we're concerned, I don't fucking whatever. I feel at this point we're just podcasting for Ashley and Shannon. This is your personal podcast. But yeah, so tune in next time when we'll talk some more in your face or in your ear holes.
Mm-hmm.
As always, you can check us out on Twitter. We don't really fucking post much, but you could fucking follow us, and you could fucking I really, I don't even give a shit about the followers, really.
Yeah.
Not saying I don't care about the people that follow us, but like, to me, that's not really supporting the podcast. You know what I mean?
You
like,
gotta listen.
See, like, if you're not listening, then you're not, like, it's cool.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, honestly, I don't give a shit either way, really. Like, it's fun to be like, oh shit, look how many people listen.
Yeah.
But, we're just doing it for the fucking fun of it, and it's fucking fun to do.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you like listening, then listen. But, like, I mean, just listen.
Yeah.
If you want to, like, tell your friends to listen, then,
tell them to listen.
That's your fault, dude. You're going to lose friends. But, yeah, we'll sign off in our fucking usual fashion.
Ooh. I did not prepare.
Nobody prepares. That's the whole fun of it. You got to hear, if they don't hear the phone clicking, then it's not going to fucking, it's not going to amount to the same thing. Like, it's just the same vibe. They got to hear the, like, the scrambling to get to fucking, oh shit, what the fuck are we doing?
God, what?
Baby, just some put some man on fucking shit.
Okay.
Ooh, there's so much dead air. It's so good. I just gotta talk.
Okay,
I'm just gonna snuggle. I'm just gonna snuggle up to the microphone and just give you some like heavy breathing. Oh, this is the end. It's the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
Just waiting for Jake to look up stuff on his phone. But it's okay, because you're in a cocoon of my voice. And you're slowly drifting off. Waiting for the words.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Waiting for the... Oh, wait. Oh, what? Oh, there's a silver lining.
I don't know why I didn't... I know these lyrics.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why either.
And, just to make it seem professional. Just to make sure I did know them correctly. Which, in fact, I do. So, yeah. Until next time, let's have some fun. This beat is sick. I want to take a ride on your disco stick.
Ooh. Does that like mean it's like shiny and covered with shards of glass?
Hanging from the ceiling and it spins
around. Are you putting glass in your dick like the Pearl guys?
Man, gotta start somewhere.
So, I am just a worthless liar. I am just an imbecile. I will only complicate you. Trust in me and fall as well. I will find a center in you. I will chew it up and leave. I will work to elevate you, just enough to bring you down.